Going live. Going live. You're live. We're live. Live from Adamant IT.
Dun, 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 dun.
BBC News action theme. Hello, everyone. How are we doing?
No, wait, that's Doctor Who. Never mind.
No.
Bum, 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 bum,
Anyway, yes. Hello. How are we all doing, everyone? It's another banging intro from the lads at Adamant IT. How are we all doing? There's not a huge amount of... I was going to do a lot more prep today, and then I kind of just didn't. But here we are. Live from the south of the famous dog show town. Is it a famous dog show town? Do we have dog shows around here?
I don't know. I don't show dogs.
Yeah, fair enough. Audio could do with being turned up slightly. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Mic check. Butts. Yeah, that's a bit on the low side.
Mike, check. Mike!
Yeah. Where are you, Mike? Yeah, that's too low. Let me... filters. Bloody mind of its own sometimes, microphone stuff. Just going to check if there's anywhere else I can boost this before I start dialing in game. Stand by, everyone. Sound control panel.
Red Leader, standing by. Red October, standing by. Simply Red, standing by.
Ah, okay, right. Don't say anything a moment. Now I'm going to speak quietly. Oh, yeah, that's better. Right, don't say anything.
Okay.
Because it'll be really loud. Because I've just turned the mic up by like several times.
Understood.
I need to turn off the gain filters. Yeah, I need to turn off the gain filters. Right.
Okay.
That's one. Gain off. Okay. All right.
I think we're a little bit hot.
That's a bit hot. That's a bit hot. Oh, that's hot. Okay. Hold on. About 80. Okay. Right. Okay, that's me speaking at a normal volume. Right, we should sound about the same now. There we go.
In theory, who knows?
Yeah, okay. We should sound about the same volume we did as when I started out, but now I can make it louder. How does that sound to people? Turn it up on Whisper Stream. Low again. Okay, good. Right, now I'll add in a little bit more. All right, there we go. That's 85. How does 85 sound?
Do we still have a limiter?
We do have a limiter, yes.
Then we're good.
Yeah, we should be fine. I'll do a quick yell test. Also, what have we got for noise suppression? Yeah, we do have a noise filter on. There we go. All right, now all good. Good. All right, brace yourselves. I'm going to do a shout test. Ah!
Ah!
How's the clipping? All right. Turn up your hearing aid. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing?
If I use it, the batteries ran down.
Hmm?
Turn up here.
Oh, right. That's very ironic because I immediately went, huh? So, all right. Very well. Sounding a little bit roboty? Yeah. That's the sound I make when I step on a Lego. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah!
I mean, to be honest, though, the road microphones are fine. Like, I swear when other people use them, they sound better, but I cannot make these things. Yeah, we'll see. I'm very robot-like, apparently. Serviceable. Okay.
You are able to be serviced.
Reboot that base station. Not this again. You know what? I'm gonna hang on a sec. I'm just gonna. OBS will pick up both mics at the same time. That's just unavoidable. We're sitting next to each other. That's an unwinnable fight. But yeah, doesn't sound as good as the videos on the main channel. No, that's normal.
I think that what happened then is we'd have to whisper right into them.
The main channel videos are done on a condenser microphone. But the problem with the condenser is we would both need condenser. If we were going to do this with a good microphone setup, we would both need a microphone here and here. And that just doesn't work for the format we have. So yeah, I sound fine now. Okay, apparently it's come good. I didn't change anything and it's come good. So let's begin the show. How is everyone doing? How are you all doing today?
Yes, how are you doing?
So there's not a strict regimen for today. We've got some stuff to look at and we're going to sit and look at them.
As an implication that there was last week or the week before.
I mean, maybe. Last week we were doing your liquid freezers. That was a thing we were doing. You know, this week we've got a GPU that we're going to look at. Well, a couple of GPUs. I also want to just double check that this thing still works. This is a 1070 with a water block on it. And I'm gonna air cool this, well, actually, no, I'm not. What I did in the end, I was asking on the Discord earlier on for ideas of where to get a replacement cooler for this.
It has got fittings.
Yeah. However, what I'm actually going to do is I bought the NZXT bracket for putting an Acertec AIO onto it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because I got a couple of those kicking around. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll do that because then it's liquid cooled. So it's just like, yeah, sure. So I have a feeling that I've got a horrible feeling that the bracket doesn't come with any heat sinks or anything for VRMs, which is going to be a bit annoying. I think that's going to be. I'm going to open the manual for that, and it's going to be like, you should put a heatsink on your VRM, and I'm like, why isn't that included in the kit? But whatever. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll put it in something. It might end up going in the YouTube rig because the YouTube rig has got a 1080 Ti in it at the moment, but that 1080 is on loan and it needs to be given back to its owner because I'm done with that now, basically.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to go into the YouTube rig, and the YouTube rig doesn't have space for another AIO. So I'm probably going to stick an air cooler on the CPU and then put the AIO onto this, just for no other reason than just that gets everything cooled. So that's the plan. So yes, need your own heatsinks for memory and VRM. Yeah, I thought so. I've got some small heatsinks lying around. Like I've got some small little heatsinks for M.2 SSDs and stuff like that. So I'm sure I can fashion something for it. So yes, it is a nice looking block. I really wanted to build a water cooled PC with show PC with this in there, but I haven't gotten it done. And based on everything we know about me, it's not going to get done. So I'm like, no, just stick an air cooler on it and just put it into service. Yeah, which is a shame because this looks really cool, this thing with the water block on it. I think that looks slick as hell.
Do you know what you could do?
What could I do?
Get one of those like 50, 60 pound AliExpress water cooling loops.
Oh, what, with the pump in the radiator?
Yeah, one of them.
That might be an idea, yeah. Because I've already bought the G12 bracket, but like I can use that somewhere else, because they fit all kinds of things. So yeah, that is a thought. Because also, like, if I did that, I might conceivably be able to fit this into another system. Like, hang on a sec, I'm just offering this up to. Would this go in here with a front rad? Oh, you know, I think it would. Yeah. I think I could probably just about squeeze this in there and go for a top mount and a front mount rad, which would be a hilarious amount of stuff crammed into a little 220T. But that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Like, it'd be obscene, but it would be cool. Yeah, I'll keep an open mind. I tell you what, then we'll just make sure that this thing still works. However, I'm kind of tempted by that idea, so we'll make sure it still works, but I'll leave the block on there. So yes. All right. Just cut one of the tubes on an AIO and put the GPU in line. Yeah. I've never done that before. I don't know if I'm brave enough to. But yeah, I mean, could a 240 rad cool a graphics card and a CPU? I mean, it's only a 65 watt CPU. That's a 7700K in there. Probably get away with it, especially given that I'm not going to thrash it.
I don't know.
I just don't know if the pump is strong enough to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because obviously the only point of comparison I've got is I put my 2700X and 5700 XT on a single 360mm, but that's a 360mm DIY custom loop, which is twice the thickness.
Just going to say, it's a big thick boy as well, isn't it? Yeah.
It's supposed to go in your mouth.
The mug was fuller than I expected, and I've just completely dribbled down on myself. I did it. Expert level. I'm blaming you because you filled up the mug. I said top it off with cold, and you brimmed it like it was a pint at a pub. You sabotaged me. Anyway, so that's that. So we've also got a 3070 here. We decided this thing was, wasn't it?
That's certainly what the label says.
Yes, the 3070. We've got a 3070 that is not detected by... did we plug... No, we didn't plug this in. What was the card that wasn't detected by anything?
The 980.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the 980 is not detected by anything. So yeah, we need to have a glance on that. We think that's probably got no V-core power. So yeah, we need to have a look at that and see what's going on. Then other things to look at as well. We're also, don't know how much we're going to look at it on stream, but we've got the monitor we've got that's just off shot here is a £100 gaming monitor. So for £100, it's IPS and 165
and apparently 165 hertz.
165 hertz. Our first impressions of it are, oh God, it's awful.
Oops.
However, we haven't done high refresh tests on it yet, so we're kind of fiddling with that as well. And then finally, as well, one of the things that I would like to do, we don't know if we're going to get it fixed or not, but I would like to try and take apart my Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, because the right shoulder has died on this, as was evident in my stream on Thursday, when I got very, very upset about it. Not terribly upset, but certainly I was irked because my expensive controller has broken. And it's kind of a case of, I'm a bit annoyed about this, because I'm like, that's the point of these things, is they're supposed to be durable and they don't wear out and they feel super nice and everything. And just, I'm like, oh, and my shoulder button has died. Awesome. So yeah, but at any rate, I want to take this apart and see if I can fix it. So yeah, irked indeed. I am irked.
I am peeved.
Peeved indeed. I'm perturbed. Yeah, and yes, Mike, that is the eBuyer special. So yeah, pro tip: I wouldn't rush out and buy one yet. Have you put it to high refresh?
Yeah, but I just like the fact that the display, the device name for it is just DP.
I see.
When connected via DisplayPort.
Yeah, it's just got the cheapest, crappiest firmware in the world on it, hasn't it? Just,
Because you know that little portable screen I got?
oh yeah,
like Type-C powered and driven.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same OSD.
Oh, has it? Yeah. It's obviously like a generic controller then, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like exactly the same OSD design.
Have you managed to get it up to high refresh?
I mean, I have set 165 hertz.
Yeah. All right. Oh, do you want to bash the UFO test on it and just see what that looks like? Right, where should we start? Where to start? I am going to... There's a motherboard behind the laptop.
There was a motherboard behind the laptop.
Yes. This motherboard belongs to the GPU testing rig. And I hadn't put it back in there yet, because if we start testing GPUs, we're probably going to want something that's flat on the table. So
I don't understand what's happening.
Basically, you look at the UFOs.
Because why do they keep changing? Because what? I'm very confused because they keep seeming to cycle which one looks blurry and not.
That's your eyes, you fool. None of them are changing.
Oh, well, it's very much cycling for my eyes.
However, the top one, which is native res, is the one we care about, and it's smeary, but that's 165 FPS. Yeah, I mean, it's doing it. That doesn't... Okay. Caradog just set it to super fast. Yeah. Because like you can see the lower frame rates on them are stuttering, whereas the high frame rate one is super solid. So, yeah. So it is indeed doing the high refresh. The issue is just that the color accuracy on it was awful. We had to do about 5 or 10 minutes of fiddling in the OSD to make the picture look vaguely correct. By default, they had the contrast cranked all the way up to make the monitor look bright, but it was just blowing out all of the colors and the contrast.
It was cranked all the way up to make it so the screen was visible.
Yeah. So the first thing we had to do is tank the contrast down to 0 so the picture actually looked correct, then crank the brightness up to 100% so we could actually see what was on the screen, and that's given us something that works. It's just not bright, you know. It's as dim as something with backlight strobing, only we don't have backlight strobing kind of thing. So, yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, the answer to that is no, don't buy this monitor, is my personal answer. I would rather have a 60 Hertz monitor that actually does any kind of half-decent picture than something like that. Let's see. Carrot, I've got 60 FPS eyes. Yeah. Right. GPU testing rig, but using the desk. Yeah, basically, because we're going to need to probe things while it's turned on. Start with the controller. Yes, I agree. I'm going to start having a look at the controller just because I want to just start attacking this just straight off the bat. So I'm going to quickly grab the bench cam.
I'm also reasonably certain there's a weird triangle of dead red pixels.
Really?
Yeah, in the bottom left.
Oh. Is that just like...
That just appeared after it was turned on and connected.
There's no film on this or anything, is there? Because it's got a very shiny front to it.
It's a gloss. I think it's a gloss front.
Yeah, it is just gloss fronted. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know how I said I would flip this for you to that customer? I'm not going to lie. I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell this to a customer. With the best will in the world. We didn't shake on anything, so I have not committed to anything. However, yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is not a product I would sell in my shop. If you need a really cheap monitor to have on your test bench that can, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's absolutely got dead pixels.
Yeah.
Which is entirely what the reviews said anyway on the eBay website.
Oh, shit. Could you fix that, please?
Whoop.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Yeah, so in a surprise to no one, the cheapest gaming monitor money can buy isn't very good.
Absolutely. But it was one of those things where I was like, well, it's £99, so...
Yeah, it didn't cost very much to find out, did it?
No, exactly. I was just like, oh, it should absolutely...
I mean, it was certainly worthwhile because at the end of the day, my opinion on this was all it has to do is meet its spec kind of thing. I said, you know, all this, we know it's not going to be good. We're not expecting it to be good.
Yeah.
But all it has to do is be fit for purpose, and it's a bargain because it's very difficult to find an IPS monitor for less than £130. So if you can find an IPS monitor for, you know, less than £130 that is passable and, you know, better than a VA monitor, because I don't like VA, then, you know, you've got yourself a sale, sir. However, yeah, I would not deem that as fit for purpose. Like the build quality on it is awful, actually awful. And I was like, look, I can forgive that if the panel works.
Yeah.
Because, you know, once you've built it up and it's sitting on the desk, you don't care what the build quality is like. All you've got to do is look at it. However, yeah, it's just, it technically works, yes. So, yes. Right. I'm going to have a look at this thing.
I'm going to stand imposingly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Very well.
Yes. Very enough. Let's see.
Superb.
All right, I'm going to...
These are my hands.
Yeah, I'm going to try and take this apart.
I presume you're not interested in seeing if Amazon will just replace it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I should probably have a look before we take it apart, shouldn't I?
I mean, that feels like a good idea to me.
Yeah. All right, hold on a sec. We need to... Hello, Paul Daniels. How you doing? Technically works. Sounds like your software. Yes. I'm going to check my Amazon purchases just to see if I actually have any kind of warranty on this, just before I void my warranty. Because this was an Amazon warehouse, this one.
You don't want to search in that box.
I don't. I want to search in my orders.
Yeah, which is here. It's there.
Shush.
It's this one. It's the orders box.
Shut.
The search box for the searching of the orders.
Shut.
The orders search box.
Elite. July 21, I bought it.
It's less than 2 years old.
Yeah.
Therefore.
Thought I'd had it for longer than that. Okay, view order details. It's kind of going to be a bit boring if, let's see. Condition used, very good. Return window closed on 23rd of August.
It will be.
Yeah.
Because that's just the 30 days or 60 days.
Yeah. So.
You just have to live chat him.
Oh, okay. You just live chat him and just say, it broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I have to admit, I don't know where to start with getting into Elite Series 2.
I think you have to heat the handles to take the pads off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. I should just go for the return on that, shouldn't I?
It's well, you should certainly ask
I should
the
certainly
question.
try. Yeah. Okay. Righto. Okay, controllers off. Because I'll see if I can get a return on that. Just because if I can't return it, then we'll definitely go for a fix.
Yeah.
However, this might be a bit of an animal to repair. Because in addition to that, I wasn't expecting to actually fix it today. I just wanted to assess it today. Because whatever switches I replace in it, I want to find the best switches money can buy. I want to actually talk to some people and be like, what is the best switch that I can put in this? So I can actually make it a crazy good controller. Like at some point I want to put like Hall effect sticks in it and stuff like that. Because I'm assuming it's potentiometers in the Elite Series 2.
No idea.
Yeah.
I've not specifically looked.
So yes. Boo, you're rich enough to just risk burning the controller. Do you know how much these things bloody cost? Like, a used one was £90, and that was considered a heckin' bargain. So you don't have to heat it, says Chris Sanders. Turnip Gaming, thank you very much for the $5. Good afternoon, hope you're well. Recently purchased one of the handheld consoles, and it's absolutely tremendous. Good. Excellent. Which one did you get? Let's see.
I'm going to guess a Switch.
Top cover is held on by adhesive. Yeah. Are they superior to the PS5 controllers? I don't know. I haven't used a PS5 controller yet. However, for Windows, I would only ever use a Microsoft controller just for compatibility reasons. Because at the end of the day, for better or for worse, the Xbox controller just works in Windows. You never have any problems. You don't have to select it. You don't have to set it up. You just plug it in, and the game just instantly uses it. Whereas any other controller, you have to say sort of, you have to select a different controller type, or the face buttons won't match what's on your PlayStation controller, so you have to translate your PlayStation hieroglyphs into the ABXY and stuff like that, and just use an Xbox controller. That's my mantra. So yes. Yeah. What are you giggling
I'm pretty
at?
sure there's still a peel on there.
How awful. Okay, right. Well, in that case, let's move on to the next thing then.
Do you want to give me a 1070?
Yeah. I tell you what, you have a quick look at this and just see if this works. Meanwhile, I'm going to start bringing up references so I can start buzzing out this 3070, and we can just see if we vaguely have anything to work with here.
It's quite heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a chunky boy.
It's a good bit of weight on it.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Is it an 8-pin? It is.
It is indeed. I really like the 1070. I'm kind of sad that it's getting old now. It's still a viable card, but just
I guess
it's just getting on a bit. But yeah, I thought it was a great. I thoroughly enjoyed my ownership of a 1070 for the for the three or so years that I was running one.
So you went from that to 3070, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even obviously the 3070 was wildly faster. However, even when I got rid of it, the 1070 was still fit for purpose. I was running 1440p high refresh rate, and by that I meant I was looking for 100 FPS in AAA games. So it wasn't half bad. Right, I need PCIe pin out so I can.
Are you certain this works?
I'm pretty certain we tested these when I first got them and they worked. But this is why I wanted to test it again before I spent any more money than I've already invested, just to find out if it still works. It's sat in a box since we last tested it. So, right, where is the PCI Express pinout? Open image in a new tab. I hate it when you have to search for the picture. Okay. Main power pins, there we go. Okay, so basically the nearest ones. Right, let's put that there. All right. Turner Gaming, thank you for the £10 again. I appreciate it. It doesn't need to be a highlighted message every time, just making sure you're aware, but thank you very much, all the same. You got a Switch OLED. Awesome. Excellent. I'm a big, I think I quite like the Switch. The OLED one is apparently very nice to look at. Do wish they would make a new one though. Right, what's our thought? Is it kill?
Well, it certainly appears to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where is the 5450?
Or
the 1060?
Right, the 1060 is in there, but you could shut that down actually because it's not doing anything.
The 5450 is up there anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, shut that down. Then those two flick out.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you could go for that. I don't know if it'll be snotty with the. Is the 5450 a?
It's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it UEFI? But yes, you're right. That will be less trouble. Very good. Are we looking for the 8-pin or the slot pin out? Because the 8-pin pin out I know, but the slot pin out I don't. But basically, it's nearest to the far left, is my understanding there. Right.
Yes.
I'm going to need a multimeter as well.
I require a DVI.
We've got one here. Got one. You've got one. It's too late. Okay.
I have one in my hand.
I was going to say, we went from needing to find one last week to now there's like 4 of them kicking around now.
This one lives in my camera bag.
Fair enough.
I don't know why, But it does.
Yeah, like there's being prepared, and then there's, but why do you have a DVI adapter in there? But I guess if you're going to carry around a bag of accessories, why not have adapters for everything? First 3 pins on the left, yeah. 4 pins from the left of the notch is 3 points. Okay, cool. Right. 1 to 3 is 12, 4 is 3.3. Yeah, cool. All right. Groovy. Right, so while Caradog tries to see if this thing will run, I'm going to go to bench cam with face, which is upside down. Let's unupside down it.
Do you not want the other one? Do you not want the scene, the specifically inverted scene? Whoops. I meant the specifically inverted scene. Oh, why is there no face?
Because we turned it off at some point. However, this one is also the wrong way up. I had changed one at one point.
We specifically made scenes for this.
Look.
This is a scene.
I don't know. Also, it's not a scene, it's a goddamn arms race. And the camera is not focused. Okay, can I fix the camera focus? Can we configure video?
This ain't a scene.
Aha, I figured out how I can change the camera focus without the Logitech software working through RDC. Okay, let's go to there, that'll do. Right, let's do some basic short detection. So this card we think has a short circuit, so I'm going to check for short circuits. For the record, I really hate that song, just saying.
Which one?
This Ain't a Scene.
Oh.
I don't like Fall Out Boy.
Why are you wrong?
I'm not wrong, I'm free. I may be cringe, but I'm free. Anyway, right. PCIe 12 volts. Has lots of resistance on it, about 30k, 25k. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be 3.3 volts, we believe. That is 90k. All right, over there. Struggling with...
Who designed these stupid clips?
I know. Right, okay, so we're not shorted on the PCI Express connector. Did you just... Yeah. Rips off the connector. All right. Let's see. And let's go for... Are these actually... No, that's... Yeah, that's weird. There's no ground there. That's... Or is it? No, it's just really tarnished. How odd. Is that a good ground? Yeah, that's a good ground. Okay. Right, so I forget which way around these go, so actually I'm just going to check the current sense resistors. Wah, 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 wah. That's a short on the current sense resistors, so the main 12 volt input is shorted. All right. Okay. Right, Spud Nugget, if you're still there, we have a short on the PCIe 8 pins. So that, theoretically, is a good sign, I would say. So now, let's check vCore. Let's play Hope It's Not Dead. Yeah, if vCore has the same short on it, then we lose. If vCore doesn't have a short circuit on it, then we're on to something. So,
yep.
Oh, fumble from Caradog in the background there, just keeping the action alive. All right, so I'm going to check from the back of the inductors. That should be on vCore. Uh-oh, that's low. That's 0.3.
There's a picture.
I know. Is 0.3 too low? vCore, yeah. Voltage, really go straight to voltage injection? Like, don't you get like 0.9 or like I thought you got like 1 ohms or so through a GPU, or is it just uncheckable? I'm going to just check one more time, just as a curiosity. So that's older gen cards. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, literally just go straight to injection then. What do you got?
This is apparently a Microsoft Basic Display Adapter.
I see.
It may be Cactus.
That's a shame. I wish I'd tested it before I bought that bracket, because I'll have to find a use for that bracket now. But
water-cooled 3090.
Could do. I mean, we'd have to put heatsinks on everything else, but if you wanted to,
engage the blow-emetrons.
Yeah, I mean, also like we need a bigger rad than the 240s we got lying around. I think. I don't think a little 240mm rad can sink 400 watts. Interjection. Before we go to voltage injection, just check FBVDD. Okay. Where do we check that from? Check for shorted MOSFETs. No, we can't, Jay. We can't check for shorted MOSFETs because the core itself will appear to be basically 0. So we've got no way of differentiating between core resistance and actually a short circuit. So we literally, I mean, I guess, no, I can't, because the input to the MOSFET is shorted and the output to the MOSFET will appear to be shorted. So we still can't check that. So yeah, you take the coil off when you suspect. Yeah, we'd have to take all the coils off then. And we could start doing that. But we're going to need to find VMEM first.
Interesting.
What's the card specific model? So this is, it's an Asus RTX 730. I think it's an Asus TUF. Let me just check what the cooler was again. 99% certain it's the TUF. Where is the cooler? Yes. Right.
There are numbers actually on the PCB.
Yeah. All right.
There.
CG142P. Let's see. CG142P. Don't know if that actually helps us.
Well, yeah, here you've got the FCC.
Ah.
Which may give a fuller model number for it.
Yeah, RTX 3070 gaming.
Yeah, 8GB gaming. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. RTX 3070 gaming. So yeah, it's not I don't, because there's going to be a TUF and there's going to be a Strix, isn't there? There's going to be 2 of them from Asus.
Well, I'd expect there to be a couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what that
yeah,
is.
That's
it's just
that's
a case
the code.
I'd expect there to be several.
Yeah. I don't know how to interpret that specific model number. However, that's what we've got.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is to literally look at the Asus website.
True. Yeah. Apparently there's a bunch of them. Gaming is the base level.
Yeah. I do think the gaming and Gaming X or whatever it is. I think it's Gaming, Gaming X, Gaming Duo, TUF,
then the
Strix,
TUF, then the Strix.
Strix OC.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair. There we go. But yeah, the one that Felix has put there, that is indeed the model that we're looking at. According to this, we just don't know any more specifics from that.
Yeah.
Whilst
we're waiting for that, do you want to quickly double check if the 8-pin power is shorted on that? Just because putting the 8-pin power in to this card stops this booting, but not having the 8-pin power in, it boots.
Oh, I see. Interesting. All
so
right.
I'm wondering if that's power related or if it's because with the 8-pin in, the core can actually start and thus cause an issue.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's pull forward. Yeah. There were no pins in there. I was like,
How do I check pin out when no pins?
When no pin. Right, I can never remember if the top or the bottom row is ground, so I'm going to check both. So bottom one. That's not ground. That's not ground. That's ground. That's sense, I think. So yeah, just for posterity. Yeah, resistance and resistance. I need to memorize whether it's the top or the bottom row.
I think
the 12.
If I remember correctly, it's the side which the little clippy bit is on.
Yeah,
is 12 volt, and then the bottom is all ground or sense.
Yeah, so the top. Yeah, the top. Yes, the top is 12. Yeah, you're
right.
That's
12. That's ground or sense.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, yep, agreed. Clip side is 12. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, oh, actually no. So in that case, I was wrong. So those ones should be reading high. Are we sure about that?
That's my understanding.
Yeah, that's also makes sense. However, for this one, I'm getting low across the top row. I keep saying I'm going to learn graphics card repair, and then I don't get round to it until we're on stream again. Because we've got low resistance on everything bar one of those.
Well, the really easy way to check as well is...
known good, yeah. Have we got any exposed... this has got no exposed metal on it. Whoop. A known good.
You'll probably have to go actually into the connector.
This one's a bad example.
Yeah, fair enough. I cannot supply you with anything else. But that's not known good, though.
True. However, we know it's not shorted. No, it's just not detected at all.
We know nothing about
this. No, you're right. Can't find any info on which power stage is which. Okay, I'll have a closer look at that in a sec. Firstly, I need to bring up this so I stop hecking guessing, because I hate guessing and I need to stop guessing and just look it up. Right, PCIe 8-pin pin out. All right. I wanted to have these open before we start. Yeah, no, the bottom is 12.
Is it?
Yeah. However, the top is 12 on the EPS connector, which is why we're getting confused. So yeah, I thought something felt wrong about that. Okay, right. So bottom left 3 are 12 volts. And that makes sense. We've got 16K. We've got thousands and rising. And we've got thousands and rising. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's not shorted. So yes.
It's just not working.
Yes.
Very well.
We may just have to brute force and measure everything. Yeah, that's kind of what I was about to start doing, Spud, is just start stabbing. So yes. Right. Let's see. Have we got stream issues? If anyone is having issues, do a refresh. Inject 1 volt into the 12 volt input. I think we're probably going to do that in a minute. We're just going to check VMem first. I need my preview up just so I can see what you guys are seeing. There we go. All right. So I'm going to start buzzing around on this thing now and looking for VMem. So what I'm going to do. All right. So these guys are all common together and are going into there. Those guys.
Expected to just be...
I think it might be these two.
I was going to say, I'd expect memory to only be 2.
Yeah, there's a... Yeah, there's a big trace coming around to this section that goes to memory. Be one of the large stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's these two. Because those guys, big massive trace that's going into the GPU from there. That one is stitched through to the back of the board, so it's probably going under the memory to the GPU. However, there is a big trace all around VMem here, which all goes to these 2 stages here. So that's my guess. So let's take some measurements. So I will scratch away again. I'm going to check that I have a good ground. Yeah, there's 0. Okay, right. These guys. Still low, 0.3, 0.4. Those are showing as low as well. And it looks like it's exactly the same as VCore. Kind of reading the same as VCore, so this doesn't really... Oh, actually, no, VCore is going lower.
Is it Samsung
That's
memory?
2 to 3. Let me check. Yes, it is Samsung memory.
From the tiny amount I am aware of, apparently Samsung memory has even lower resistance.
Oh, no. Okay.
So it's a case of...
Go through all of them one by one. Yeah, all right. We'll check through all of them. I think we're just going to have to inject to find this out, but... Right. 0.3. 0.3. I'm kind of letting it stabilize because the problem is that, yeah, it's hard to get... When you're reading resistances this low...
Yeah.
That's 0.2.
How much would it actually cost to get a 0.01 resolution resistance meter?
Shush. Hundreds, couple of £100 off the top of my head.
So not ridiculous, but an incredible step up from.
Yeah.
Here is a £10 meter that can do 0.1.
Yeah. The main issue
here is several £100 to get to 0.01.
Yeah, but then also you need to then make sure that you've got good probes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But just a case of I had no idea of the scale. I didn't know if it was a case of you know, oh, cheap meter, £10, 0.1 scale.
Yeah.
You know, 0.01 scale, £150.
Yeah, still 3 figures, I think.
Yeah.
Samsung's usually about 15 to 20 ohms apparently. So yeah, either the memory is shorted or we haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
It's 4. All right, let's move up to here. .3.
Yeah, because I was going to say, the only thing I've seen for that is one of those meters that has 4 probes on it.
Yeah.
And it's basically measuring the resistance between all 4 probes to then net out the probe, the actual probe resistance.
Certainly you could spend hundreds or even tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are all reading the same mega low value. Oh, hang on a sec, was that just a bad connection there? Yes, it was. Yeah, they're all giving me like 0.3, so we're getting nothing here. Getting no help at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, yeah, time to inject. We'd have to inject, or we'd have to systematically take off all the coils to start finding out stuff there.
Where would you inject into?
So I assume that we're just going to inject onto the main power rail. So if I inject on like a current sense resistor or something like that, that would be my guess, because the whole thing is shorted, so we can inject basically anywhere. So yeah.
Because are there any fuses? Because you need to, if there are, obviously inject on the card side of the fuse, wouldn't you?
Yes, possibly. However, if I'm just going to jump onto a current sense resistor. I mean, we shorted all the way up to and including the current sense resistors, so I can inject on those basically. So yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to quickly grab the power supply. Let me see. Am I going to get? I might just grab the other one out of the front window just to save me having to unpack that one, because they're much of a muchness. I'm going to grab my poor man's one. Whoop.
Oh, and I guess you'll want the thermal camera.
Yes. Which is
there.
Here.
And now with my new phone, I plug it in and it works!
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
All I do is plug it in and it bloody well works.
Yeah. Let's change off of this while we set up. There we go. PCI slot pins, no short. Correct. No short on the PCI Express pins. Right. Thank you. Bam. I'm going to solder on because I actually. I tell you what, if I'll grab some multimeter probes and I'll do the injection that way. I've never actually done it that way before. However, there's no reason why it won't work.
I would have just assumed that the contact point would have been too small.
This is how other people seem to do it. See, I originally learnt voltage injection from Lewis Rossman, and Lewis Rossman soldered jumper wires.
Yeah.
However, I seem to be the only person on YouTube who still does it that way. Everyone else I see uses probes these days.
Interesting.
So to my knowledge, I'm the only person still bothering to solder jumper wires. I like to do it that way because once you've soldered them all in, your hand's free.
Yeah.
And you know you've got a solid connection and you can just sit and observe it. Whereas while this, I've got to hold it and make sure I don't slip off and things like that.
Whereas obviously if you're Paul Daniels and you just wave it under your thermal camera, it goes, bonk.
Yeah.
And goes, I've already ordered the parts off of Mauser.
Yes. I might not be able to use those on this one because this has really crap banana jacks.
No, my bananas.
Yeah. Oh no, these banana jacks are actually too crap to do that with. Okay, hang on a sec. I will grab my other power supply. I tried to be quick, and it's still a clown fiesta.
No, my tiny desk.
Yeah, well, actually, I was whinging for a bit, but now I actually look at it, I'm like, it's actually not a big deal just to pull the cables out the front and back of that power supply and lift it away. So.
Use alligator clips for the ground and then a probe.
Yeah, I've got some alligator clips. I've got a big one that I could clamp onto the top there, actually. I'll do that because I've got one. All right. Can I put that down? Oof. Oh yeah, let me get alligator clips for the ground because I have got one.
I have the biggest of alligator clips.
I do. I've got a big chunky boy, which I know will get a decent connection. Ugh.
Has anyone used tone ohm style? I don't know what that means. Does that mean something to you?
At a guess, I would assume that's referring to a high accuracy multimeter that will, you know, the continuity beep. The beep will change tone depending on the resistance. And if you've got high, you can then effectively triangulate. You can go
EMF 5.
Yeah, until you're at the short. That would be my guess. All right, so I've got that. I'll switch over to the other camera in a sec. And we want...
Excellent.
Because I know triangulation with a high accuracy multimeter is how short detection was done in the old days before the advent of modern board repair. Like all the electronics engineers used to do it that way with Agilents and Siglents and other very expensive brand multimeters.
Oh, they're brands of multimeters, okay.
Yes. Okay, right. Let's see. Let's go bench cam with face. All right, so got an alligator clip on the back there. So let's set 19 volts. I'm joking. All right, so what are we going to do then? Oh, do we do 0.8 volts for this, Spud Nugget?
I think he said 1 volt.
I heard you were supposed to go a bit lower for CPUs.
This is a GPU.
For GPUs, yes. I'm going to wait for Spud Nugget on this one because 0.82 amps. Thought so. This is why I wait for Spud Nugget. He has done a lot more GPU repair than I have. I refer to his knowledge here. All right, let me get my thing ready. Le Fleur. 19 volt and Spud Nugget appears from a puff of smoke and then immediately disappears into another puff of smoke as the GPU disintegrates. So, yeah. All right, there we go. Right, FLIR at the ready. Let's go to a wide-angle shot so you guys can see the FLIR.
I understand you're supposed to put it in an oven first, so the electrons are nice and warm.
Like, spoilers, the next April Fool's video is going to be a graphics card in my air fryer. I'm all about air fryer memes right now. I'm gonna put in like the 5850 or something like that, and then I'm gonna jump cut to me pulling it out, and then take out like a 3080. Be like, oh, that's come out a tree, you know. It's gonna be, it'll be brilliant. It'll be brilliant. All right, let's see. Okay, right. So let's inject and let's see what happens. So I'm going to start out at a wide angle, and we're going to inject on. Oh yeah, power on, please. Right, we are live, and let's go. Bam. Right, that's 2 amps, and we've gone down to 0.76 volts. Sorry about the thermal camera. That's very much that's a memory chip. Yeah.
No.
It's the far left one. There's not enough heat there yet, but yeah, it's that. That's a dead memory chip.
Which probably means a dead core. From what Spud was saying, apparently
I'll release
because the memory rail likes to go.
Yeah, I'll see that because we've seen it. So yeah. Right, I'm going to hold off a sec, just make sure that Spud Nugget saw that.
Oh, you can see the reflections though.
Yeah.
Just because it's interesting how the slot was lighting up as being very hot.
Yeah. This is why people ask me what thermal camera do I use, and I say this is a FLIR 1, but I don't recommend this for this kind of work. This thermal camera is not designed for this, and it's not good at it. The issue is that means 12 volt is being passed to VMEM. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the one that was heating up, but of course that means 12 volt is going to all of the memory chips. So that's not one dead memory chip, that's just the one that's actually got the lowest resistance and is therefore tanking the most of it. So, yeah. So, long and the short of it is that we're dead in the water then, aren't we? Basically.
Again, from the little I know, basically, yeah, because it means that 12 volt will have gone to a 1 volt memory rail in the core.
Yeah. You can lift the VMEM inductors and check which MOSFET is dead. Yeah, sure. Should we do that for science because we're here? You know, we're not going to get a victory out of this based on what we've seen so far. I think we're kill. But what we can do is more science to find out. We can do an autopsy, can't we?
Yeah.
So. Okay.
1 hour stream, everything dead. Go home.
Yes. Technical term. Yeah. Yeah. It's proper heckin' hecked, mate. Big time. Would be the nicest way of putting the reaction pick I usually use. Right. Okay. If you could move that somewhere else, and I'm going to grab. I'll grab the quick. I'm going to have to spend all day sorting all of this out again now. Right. If I pull the quick out the back, am I going to clip against anything?
I don't think so. No, I think you're good. You're good. You're good. To me. To you.
Oh, shit. I had my collection of dead components sitting on top of it.
Oh, look, it's all my dead stuff.
It's the naughty capacitor department. I wasn't joking when I said that. It's real. It's a real place, and you should definitely be afraid.
What if you're a capacitor?
Yeah. And you're naughty. All right. Let's get that. And oh no, it's cable tied in.
Can't you? Oh, is it not unpluggable at the back?
No. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh dear.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
that's not a complete disaster. It just means I'll have to recoil these wires afterwards.
This is not a complete disaster, just mostly a disaster.
If the cable tidying was good, it will be easy to redo it.
True. Also, if you were using those magical Velcro wraps.
Yes, I was. All right. Time for science. Okay, right. Thermal camera be gone. We don't need you. You be gone. We don't need you. Boop. Boop. Oh. All right. And I will grab my hot plate and some soldier. That and
this and that and that and this.
Yeah, basically pick up everything that's over here and take it over there. Didn't check underside. There is nothing on the underside. I mean, we can. There's no shadow of a doubt that chip was heating up. There was a bright spot appearing on that chip. No doubts about it.
Yeah.
So.
Unfortunate.
Right, I'm going to quickly catch up on chat one moment. The card is dead. GPU could inject high voltage into vCore just to see if the chip explodes. I probably won't because it's not my card. Okay. Cap on the same memory could cause short through RAM. I mean,
it still leads to the same end result, though. That 12 volts would have gone through the memory. That's kind of what the actual issue is. It doesn't matter which part is shorted for the prognosis of it's dead.
Yeah, that's
because the 12 volt has gone to a rail that is not 12 volt.
Yeah, one of the VMEM MOSFETs is passing 12 volts. So correct.
Does it? It has to be one of them. Well, it has to be.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's no other path.
There should not be a path from here to here, basically.
There currently should not be a path from there to there because it's off, isn't it? These should be effectively 100% resistance.
These should be a barrier.
Yeah.
So we should not be able to inject here and see heat down here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's without a doubt.
Which then means that obviously it's one of these that has failed.
Yes, that's right.
But it's a case of it is irrelevant which one has failed.
Yeah.
Because the answer is 12 volt has gone to something that is very much not 12 volt.
Yeah. So if it were to the core, then we might be able to. Based on my knowledge, if we had 12 volts going into the core through one of the core MOSFETs, then we could make the brave hope that the core has survived that, because they often can if they're not hammered as such. But the memory, my understanding is if the memory gets 12 volts, that's game over, because that just goes straight into the back door of the chip.
Yeah.
The chip to the face can take a punch. However, to the spine, it cannot. vCore is surprisingly resistant to a brief 12 volt shock. Yeah. VMEM is very sensitive. Spud just said all of that in 2 sentences instead of 30. So yes. All right. So that being the case, then, so I guess we're going to start lifting coils to disconnect things. So I'm going to start with these two because these are the ones that I think are VMEM, and we'll see how far we get.
Interesting to me that there are 2 coils there but 3 caps.
Yeah, I think it's just
and it's just not one per phase.
It's just a bunch of output capacitance, is my understanding. There's not actually a very exact science to how much bulk decoupling you do. Just a bunch of it. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Why don't these GPUs have vCore fuses to protect the vCore?
Because it would cause resistance.
Yeah, probably.
And when we're talking about something that's doing multi-layer ceramic frequency switching, because you need this amount of capacitance on the very back of the core, having a fuse between these caps and here would probably cause too much resistance and slow down that, meaning the frequencies couldn't be as high.
That would be my guess.
So I presume you could do it.
Yeah.
But you'd go from a...
Yeah, Spud says cost mainly, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
What, so a fuse between there and there?
Yeah.
Or are we talking about, because obviously fuses between here and there, I
Yes.
understand taking off because of cost. But between there and there, I'd have thought you wouldn't have been able to fuse it.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how much repair and refurbishment GPU I wonder how much repair and refurbishment board partners actually do, because obviously they're going to get back warranty repairs with a reasonably high frequency. So it's in their interest to have something that's fixable.
12 volt in the MOSFET.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But MOSFET to core.
I'm going to take that guy off because that's going to melt.
Be gone, you small bit of thing.
Small bit of tape. I'm not quite sure why that tape exists. All right, so I'm going to lift these 2 coils. I need some tweezers as well. I'm nearly ready to do something.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Nearly there. Jolly good.
Once again, this is why I don't do live repairs, because like all of this in a video, I can just cut and nothing of value is lost. All right. Hello, Si. How's it going? All right. So I'm going to hot air.
Oh, you have actually plugged the hot air in.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to adjust my nozzle angle. So I'm going to go for that, and I'm going to try and lift up one side like that. I need some bigger tweezers than that. These tweezers are too small. When I'm setting up for something that I'm not certain about, I pick up the tools and I put them in position to see if it feels right. And if I'm like, no, that doesn't feel very good, I adjust. And then when I know that I'm actually comfortable with everything, then I actually switch everything on and go, right, go time kind of thing. I think I'm going to left-hand the hot air actually, which is what I should do, but I don't know why, but I use my hot air right-handed. All right. Death or glory.
Is there a little sensor?
Yes.
Ah, right, okay. Because it's just the fact of like you turned it on, then there was a delay.
Yeah, it doesn't actually cut in until I lift the handle off the thing.
That's handy.
I could probably soldering iron hero this if I'm honest. I'm trying to stay off of the caps. I should probably have touched these up first, actually, with the soldering iron. That would make this a lot easier. Heavier things work better in your dominant hand. Yeah, that's why I think it feels right. Because this feels really wrong, having the hot air in my left hand. Yeah, it's the tweezers that I need the precision with, and I'm right-handed.
That just strikes me as funny, given, complete inability to write with left hand sort of thing.
Yeah. This is heavy, man. It's a heavy board. I might touch up these joins with the soldering iron because that will lower the melting temperature and just make this a bit easier. I'm also going to swap hands because I just don't feel comfortable like that. And if you don't feel comfortable, it's no good.
I misread you need a board heater as you need a beard heater.
Do not heat your beard.
I require a toasty warm beard.
All right, that's one. Oh, that's set. Come on, come up a bit further, please. Thank you. This one should come very quickly. Yeah, because the board is up to temperature. All right. So these are the two ones that I think are VMem. All right, I'm just going to take a slurp of coffee while everything cools down.
Do you require the multimeter?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
I don't need this anymore. Wait, hold on.
Should have goggles on near those aluminium caps. Thankfully, I wear glasses. Caradog takes his own risks.
Do I require a blast shield?
Yeah. No, but if you need insurance, I know a guy. Right. some little solder bits that were just clinging on underneath there. Right, so these two coils have been lifted at one end, which means if I'm correct, and these are the VMEM coils, we've now disconnected the power rail to VMEM. So we should now be able to see some different readings. Hello again, Spud Nugget. Right, so multimeter in. Still making this up as I go along, by the way. I think this is probably the deepest into a GPU repair I've ever been. Right, so we check that one. That's giving resistance. Also, actually, hang on a sec, is the input still shorted? No, the power input is no longer shorted. So we've confirmed that it's one of these two, because our short circuit where we were previously injecting from is now gone. So we have isolated the short circuit. So this guy is showing high resistance. So's that guy. Okay. I think I'm measuring this wrong, if I'm honest. So let's check the other side now. So through the coils will still be shorted though. Hang on a sec, I'm doing this wrong. I need to measure from, yeah, that's still short. I need to measure from here to here. That's what I just did. Hang on a minute. I'm going insane for a moment. That's short. There we go. There we go. It's that one. So from the input through both of these MOSFETs should be barriers. So from the input to the output of these MOSFETs, or these power stages rather, this one is showing no resistance, which means this guy is now a wire. It is short circuit and is passing everything directly through.
Oh, so the little black flat thing.
Yes, that's right. The power stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's shorted.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The lower
I was
one.
confused as how you're measuring both sides of a component where one side of it was in the air and going, ha ha, see, this proves it's not shorted.
Yeah. So
it's bloody well unsoldered.
Yeah. Now this one is showing resistance because this one is still acting as a barrier, which is what it should do. So that is our dead MOSFET. So so the question is, what do we do now? It's still shorted, then I think we're done. Yeah. Now measure from VMEM to ground. Yeah, okay, so from VMEM to ground, so ground to the back of any of the coils. So this is now VMEM, which has been isolated from the shorted, and we've got 0.4 ohms. So that means we're still kill because we're expecting to see, what was it, like 15 to 30 ohms, did you say, Spud Nugget? Yeah. So if we'd seen like 15 to 30 ohms, then the MEM rail would no longer be shorted, which means we could be okay. However, because this is still shorted, that means it's now killed everything on the VMEM line. That is, so does that seem right, Spud Nugget? Ooh, indeed. Yep. All right. So that's game over. That's game over. However, we have actually proven which bit has gone wrong. And that, when we're trying to learn, I'm just going to adjust the focus a moment, because we have not been very well focused. I didn't think I saved that then. Hang on a minute. Configure video. Still need to sort this out. Oh no. Oh, I've ruined everything. Properties, there we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, my days. Okay. There we go. Anyway, Right. So that's where we're up to then. What we have done is we found a short circuit on the main power input up here. We found a short circuit from here into the memory power rail. And then what we did was we isolated the memory by lifting these two coils here and here. And then we discovered that this one does not have a path through to here, but this one does. So this is the power stage that was shorting everything out. This is turned into a wire where it should be a pair of MOSFETs. However, even with the shorted MOSFET disconnected from everything, this rail is still shorted, which means all of this is now, or something in there is now dead. And that means we lose. So, lift the shorted memory chip. I mean, we could. I'm not sure. We're getting into the realms of butchering the card now. Like I can I'll solder these back down. However, bearing in mind this isn't my graphics card. This is a customer's card.
My question is still why it wasn't warranted. Is it a case of what had happened to it?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ask the customer? No, you weren't there, were you? Yeah. No, I forget. Yeah.
No, I did not ask your customer.
I don't know why I thought you would have spoken to my customer about this. Yeah. Well, I'll check in with him just in case. I think he had acquired. I don't know where he got it from. I don't know what the story behind this card is.
Off the back of a lorry from Taiwan.
Maybe. I mean, the thing has been torn apart so much that no one is going to warranty this. You know, it's going back to the customer in a box, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm going to solder these coils back down just so I can return it to him in the condition that I received it.
Yeah.
Easy to reball a memory chip. I've never reballed before. Fun fact. I've got a kit to start learning, but it's not something I've started doing yet. So yeah. So yes. Welcome back, Spud Nugget. So yes, if it moves to the Chetnit, all done. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Spud Nugget. Tom Morgan reckons we should lift the memory chip that was heating up, and see if the short moves to the next one. What of that do you think? Should we keep going, or should we just admit there's nothing more to learn here? What do you think of that? Like, I'm content because we found a short, we found a cause, and we've proven that this card is almost certainly dead, or certainly beyond my skill. Is
it worth marking the dead doodad and just saying this is the dead one?
I'll probably do that when I give it back to the customer. Yeah, I'll take it off first. I think it can happen, but it's rare. Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we're kind of assuming that this thing is kill, and even if, in the very unlikely case that this card ends up going to someone else to try and repair it, they're still going to have to remove that memory chip anyway in order to progress this.
I guess.
Yeah, so in which case, I may as well just go death or glory, I guess. Remove the defective chip and rechip. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to give that a spin.
I was going to say, is that something you can do just with hot air?
Yep. I'm going to lay this down again. I'm going to flux it to get better airflow around it. And yeah, then we're going to reflow. Right.
Oh, this is a situation you can use that little mini-ware thing.
It could have been. I haven't got it yet. However, it would have been actually really good to have that now. You know that mini-ware hot plate, the tiny little one? I've got one of those on order, and now would be a really good time to stick that under here to preheat the back of the board. So yeah, beware, it's extremely easy to rip the pads on a memory chip. Okay. Yeah, very well. Understandable. We're going death or glory now. Remove the MOSFET first. Okay, yeah. You should try. You'll likely remove all and still see low resistance. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what all of the ats were at, just to make sure that I haven't missed any important information. I don't think I have. Yeah, okay, we're going to go for it. Let's see. Anyone have recommendations on temperature for this? I'm going to start out at 400 just to heat up. We're going to have to do a lot of preheating for this. I'm going to start really high range. We're probably going to need to put on more. You're right over there. Probably going to have to put on more flux as we proceed with this. Captain, take the label. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah, I will, Captain, take the label. One sec. And remove the nozzle. Really? Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'll take your word on that, Wild Floor Lamp. Hang on a sec, let me find my Captain
Or
tape.
use a wider one, either or.
Yeah, where are my nozzles?
Also, is Captain tape Captain tape?
Kapton, K-A-P-T-O-N.
Oh, okay.
Kapton tape.
Not Captain.
No.
Right.
Yeah, although you'll see it with all kinds of spellings everywhere. However,
so is Kapton a brand?
Kapton is a brand. Yeah, this is almost certainly not real Kapton tape.
Right.
I doubt anyone actually has the real stuff. However,
right.
Yeah, Kapton tape is a brand. It's a type of mylar sticky tape that is very high heat resistance. However, also I just find it's used everywhere, and it's generally used everywhere in electronics because it will survive washing baths and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
However, also this stuff just doesn't fatigue. Like, you know how sellotape dries out and goes crusty and just comes off? Captain tape just doesn't do that.
Oh, you're making me think of laptops covered in yellowed tape.
Yes, precisely.
Where they've gone, I'm just reassembling my display assembly with tape.
Yeah. Whereas you can put Captain tape down and it'll stay there for a decade. No problems. It just doesn't care. There we go. Right. What else did I need to do? Oh yeah, nozzle. Right, let me just check if I can find... I do have wider nozzles. They're just buried at the bottom of a box is the problem. Oh, I think I do know which box it is though.
Oh, your nozzles are buried. Help, help! My nozzles are buried.
There's a bigger boy. Why do I have so many 3.5 inch to 2.5 inch bay adapters?
Because at one point you were doing a lot of iMac SSD.
I sure was.
Why are there so many dead creatures?
There's a big boy one. How about that fella? Oh, it's better.
Is this cold?
Well, what, did you want me to get my thermal camera out to check it?
Well, no, I'd have just thought you'd have not used your pads of your fingers.
Okay, fair. But also...
You plum!
But also no you. All right, let's go again. All right. Resuming the preheating. Will the Captain tape not peel the label off? Not if I remove it carefully. All right. Anyone, Floor Lamp and or Spud Nugget, any suggestions on temperature for this? I'm sitting at 400 degrees at the moment, and I'm just kind of preheating basically. And yeah, this is a quick 857 DW plus.
What temperature did I use? 40 billion Celsius.
Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to heat up the entire PCB, because if we heat up just the chip, then we'll pull the pads, almost certainly. To do that proper, you need a back heater. Yeah, this is why I'm doing a lot of preheating. Yeah. All right, I'm going to step up the temperature now. We're going up to 420. All right, let's start having a look, because this thing is spitting flux everywhere. No, not yet.
Seeing that just kind of coming out from underneath, it was very much a case of just, oh, what's that?
Yeah. This is very much the limits of what this hot air station is actually capable of. So this is a bit of a long shot, to be honest, but we're very much going death or glory here. Give it some more. I'm also just looking which tweezers I'm going to try and grab with, because this is a wide chip and I don't really have any wide tweezers. How we doing? Not yet. This is a test of nerves, this kind of thing. Like, I would be very, very frightened if I wasn't 100% confident that we're not going to fix this. Like,
so is this a situation where you should put it in an oven? So it's, preheated.
I don't know. What do you think about that, Spud Nugget? Should we... I mean, actually, no joke. Putting this in an easy bake oven at 100 degrees to preheat it is not a terrible idea. Is my understanding. Like 100 degrees.
Yes.
Camera angle. Yeah, I'm trying to get the nozzle over the top of the chip. No, we're not there yet. I don't know if my hot air station has the grunt for this. This is taking too long. Oven baking for demoisturizing? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, come on. Also, keep in mind, people who are suggesting low melt solder, consider, how do you think I'm going to get low melt solder under a BGA chip? Just a thought.
Just don't put... just... yes, don't attempt to preheat in a deep fat fryer.
Yes. I think I'm cooking the GPU while I'm here. That's the problem. It doesn't want to go. I don't think we've got the heat. Nozzle off. Yeah, okay, nozzle off.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Nozzles off, boys.
So what is the end result we're actually expecting from this? If we remove it, that the short will be gone?
If the short disappears, then it's just one bad memory chip, which theoretically could be replaced. However, what we're expecting is that the short will just move to the next weakest chip in line. So yeah, add in some more flux. Yeah, we are out of flux. Let's get some more in there. Oh, it's a lot of heat in there. That's a lot of heat. All right, some of the flux went under the chip, so...
It's gone everywhere.
I don't think I've got the grunt. It doesn't want to go. I've done like DDR3 BGA and stuff with this hot air station, but GDDR6.
I was going to say, they're quite a bit smaller, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, the chips are a similar size, but fewer pads, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to need a preheater. Yeah. All right, let's go Death or Glory, 450. We are maxed out on the hot air now, so... we are starting to cook underneath the chip now, so that's something. We're getting heat under there. Ugh. I really want to just clamp the tweezers around the chip, but that's how you rip pads.
Are you just trying to nudge it?
Too far away? Really, you think? Okay. I've gone to point blank range then.
Are you trying to just nudge it?
Yeah, that's right. What I want to do is just nudge it and just see it move. As soon as it wobbles, that means it's molten. Right, I've gone to absolute point blank now. I don't usually go this close. I don't know why.
I was going to say, usually you've got a nozzle on it, so it's
that's true,
somewhat more focused.
Yeah, you're right. I always work with a nozzle, and yeah, that means I've got like another inch or so off the end of the handle.
Yeah.
10 mil from target, move the hot air gun constantly. Yeah. Yeah, we're at about 10 mil now. There is smells now, so stuff is actually cooking. I am going to bail in a minute, because I'm losing my nerve, if I'm honest. I think I've given this a college try, but I am way out of my depth here. Come on.
I can't help but feel you have demonstrated the bounds of the equipment.
Yeah. No, I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Right. Now, we're going to need a preheater to get that off. So, yeah. Oh, hello, Pionov. Just reflow the other memory in GPU. No. Right, where did my... It's there, okay. All right, now, we would need a preheater to get that off. As I say, I've got a tiny little preheater on order. I've got the little Miniware one on the way, which might have been able to just backheat that enough to get us going. But, yeah, as I say, we've given that a good cooking and it did not want to move. Jaws, you're going to need a bigger hot. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, this is why I don't do GPU repairs. That's a hot boy. Fine. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do now, while the card is still hot, I'm just going to stick the nozzle on and I'm just going to put those coils back down. Because we're done. That did reflow though. You reckon? Fair enough. Yeah. Cap's good on the other side. Yeah, that's a good point. Did we knock anything off? I did not knock anything off, no. All right.
The other side have actually got that warm, though, given how much infill there is.
Wow. Oh, well, actually... Oh, you know, that's actually astonishing. Like, it does burn my hand, but not 400 degrees burn.
Yeah.
That is astonishingly not as hot as I would expect the back of the board to be.
Because isn't it going to be like 8 layers as a PCB with a lot of that being copper? Yeah.
That is surprising how little they did. So yeah, send it to Greg's. They'll put it in with the steak and bakes. Yeah. Right, just as a curiosity.
Please, may I have some chips with my steak and bake?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that we're still shorted down through VMem. I'm not expecting this to change, but you never know. It's probably still too hot, but no, we're still shorted. No, I'm putting down the caps. I'm out. I think we gave that a sporting try. To be honest, I'm happy enough that we just proved what had happened to it, because. Like people often say, oh, you know, why don't you show your fails? And at my skill level, most of my fails are I don't know what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I don't think there is value in a video where I stare at it for an hour and go, I don't know what's wrong with it. Whereas a video or any kind of experiment like this, where we went through it and we managed to demonstrate what has happened to it, that is learning, in my opinion.
Yes, specifically, obviously, being able to go, we can show which part it is that is affected.
And you know, and at that point, it's either a case of, you know, you could say, okay, we'll send this off to someone who's got the equipment to go for a VMEM replacement. Or sorry, a video memory replacement. Who's willing to like take a pot shot at that, or failing that, if you can conclusively say no, the core is dead, then you can say this is absolutely a dead end. So, time to look at the second one. Possibly. We might have a look at something else in a minute, just as a palate cleanser, because also I need to stand up and just be like, after just cooking this graphics card, like. It's very nerve-wracking when you do this kind of thing. Personally, I get very nervous doing it. I don't enjoy it. But you really have to go out of your comfort zone if you want to learn. Right, let's get these things down so they're flat on the board again. And then, yes, cider. Hell yes, cider. Basically always kills the controller, yeah. Right, I'm basically just heating these and then I'm going to press them flat. There we go. My holder spins because of reasons. Don't ask why.
Whee!
Pretty much.
Oh, leaving.
Actually, I'm gonna. I understood that reference. I'm gonna tighten this while I'm here. Actually. There we go. That's better. All right. Need to practice with scrap plates. I've got a stack of old grotty graphics cards to practice on. I just haven't had time. That's the problem. I just have not had the time to sit down and practice on them, because I'd rather spend that time working on stuff that I've actually got half a chance of fixing. And it's a really difficult balance between researching new stuff and learning new repairs, or just doing stuff that you can already do. And yeah, there comes a time, like sooner or later, you have to push your boundaries. You have to go in at the deep end. But again, you know, research doesn't earn you money. It just might earn you money later on if you actually get a win. All right, that's cooled down. I will gently remove my Kapton tape now. Oh, that's damaging it a little bit, actually, yeah. Slowly. Oops. Slowly, up, slowly.
Steady, steady. Stay on target.
Yeah, if you wanted to keep this... Bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
If you wanted to keep that sticker pristine, you'd have to carefully remove it and then reapply it. However, pretty certain this graphics card will never run again, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. All right. Okay, right. Let's see. Is GPU test machine still a thing? Kind of. This is it. We do actually. I want to put the motherboard back in this, and we do need to actually redo the. We need to reset up the matte software and the images for it. So we need to make that a thing at some point. So yeah, we might start having a look at that today on stream. We'll see how we do.
We need to find the specific version of the software that was needed, because there was a specific version of that disk utility that was required.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or otherwise, it created broken images.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Lead Farmer, you still about? Do you know what specific version of, or was it Partition Guru? I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what specific version of Partition Guru we need to make that to make up that Linux image without it being broken? Because yeah, we wanna try and get that going at some point. I don't think we're going to get it done today, but the first step to actually progressing that is to discover what version of the thing we need. So, right, okay, that's going off the thing. I'm going to quickly just take away this equipment because we're done with this. So yeah, there was an attempt.
Do you want to look at the 1070 at all?
Ooh. Right, what was the story? The 1070 depends. I don't know. It depends if Spud Nugget is about and if people want to help. I don't know where to start.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So what was the deal? So the 1070, this appears as, I think we've got more luck looking at the 980 because we think the 980 has no vCore.
Yeah, no idea specifically, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to buzz out the 980 first, just because we actually have we have a strong suspicion that that's got no vCore.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something that we could actually approach. Whereas this has got a logic problem because it's detected as a basic display adapter, and I don't know where to start with that. So yeah. However, we are on GPUs, so yeah. If you're happy to keep going, we'll keep going on GPUs.
Yeah,
yeah. All right.
I was going to say, if you want to look at that one, then yeah, that's fine. All right. I'm going to put the coffee machine on.
Yeah.
Because I want a coffee.
Sure, go for it. Cool. I tell you what, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Spud, this 1070, we tested this. It appears as a Microsoft Basic Display Adapter and nothing else. Any thoughts?
If you plug the 8-pin in, it stops the device from posting.
Yeah.
If you don't have the 8-pin in, the device will post.
Yeah.
You just won't get anything out of it.
Yeah. Could be bad video card BIOS. Oh.
Why would that stop it posting if the 8-pin was plugged in, though? It would still post. It just wouldn't give you anything useful, right?
Well, no.
It would not stop the device from posting when it's the secondary graphics card.
True.
Right? Yeah. Or am I wrong in that? Because I had a working graphics card in the primary slot, and that in the secondary slot. Yeah. And if the 8-pin power was connected, this would
system
not
would not post. Yeah.
With this as a secondary.
Yeah.
GPU.
Yeah, the 8-pin is a known good. Yes, 8-pin is definitely providing the correct voltage.
Oh yeah, the 8-pin works because it's what we use on everything on here.
Can we detect it as a secondary with the 8-pin in? No, we cannot.
It will not post with the 8-pin in.
With the 8-pin in, it's a no post. And it's not shorted. We've checked for shorts. So yeah, while we bash that around our brains for a sec, I think we're going to take a 5-minute break because I need to use the bathroom and Caradog wants a coffee.
Absolutely. So now would be a perfect time to inject ads.
I'll do that. Let's inject ads, everyone. Floor Lamp says no, not firmware. So yeah, if it doesn't post with the 8-pin in, just treat it as another repair. Yeah. So yeah, fine. We'll look at the 980 then, because the 980 probably has no vCore, and I think we can actually approach that. So yes, interlude go. Let me find the right window for that. Right, everyone who's not using an ad blocker, heck you. And everyone who is using an ad blocker, see you in 5. Okay. I'll take a seat, I guess. No use, Si. Ooh. Good. Right. Hello, Muerto. How's it going? You miss your Dell Latitude? This is... It's a 5480. So yes, I like this one. It's been a good workhorse, this laptop. Been to wardrobe department? Yeah, after cooking that graphics card at 450 degrees going, I don't know what I'm doing, I got very hot. And now I'm cold. There's no in between. Hoodie caught fire. Ugh. All right, let's see. Ugh. Right, I'm going to put that to one side. This is a GPU stream now. That's the theory I'm going with, Si. Well, I mean, we could be completely wrong. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is check if it has vCore. I'm just wondering how we're going to check that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to plug this into a board, power it up, and try and measure vCore off the back of the chip. That would be how I would approach this, so we can just determine if vCore is actually up or not. And if vCore is not up, then we disassemble and we start investigating why. That would be how I think I should approach this. I am 100% open to input, by the way, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Too early for injection. We don't do injection until we know we have a short circuit and we know that it's safe to inject. Never jump straight to injection. Right. Okay. Right. So, I think we need to get this plugged into something so we can try and measure vCore to see if vCore is up when it's powered on. So I'm inclined to plug it into that board because I don't think we want to start doing probing on that rig. That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes. Welcome back, Spoke Nugget. I'll just quickly repeat what I last said, just in case. So this 980. Let's give you guys a view of the 980.
Yes. Did we say that it is not detected as a secondary card? It does not show up at all when plugged in.
This card
is functionally dead.
This card is not detected under any circumstances. Cowdog's looking sharp this week. No hoodie. Rude. However, thank you very much for the £2 Dark Knight in. How you doing? Right, where were we? Fan spin. Yeah, we had fan spin on it, didn't we? I think that's something we were... Oh, did we? Should we plug it in again and just confirm?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, okay. We're going to plug it in and just confirm. Oh, also Dark Knight in. I forgot to get back to you on Discord. I need to check in with you about your laptops again because I'll level with you. I completely forgot to look over them because I didn't book them in when you left them with me, which is my bad. So I actually need to catch up with you and just confirm what we're doing with each one so I can sit down and actually get them done one way or the other anyway. So yes, PCIe probes. Yeah, we've got no short circuits. I'll double check now, just while Caradog is. Yeah, should you just shut it down? Yeah.
Turn this off.
I'll just double check that we've got no short circuits. I think we'd know if we had short circuits because we have no power on the system. But just for posterity, I'll check the PCI. Right. Yeah, we got thousands of ohms on the input. I'll check the other one for good measure as well.
Do you want Spud to jump in the voice chat?
Could do. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to think how to do it.
Well, because if I join it on my phone, I can just put my earbuds in.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we won't be able to get his voice through to the stream.
No.
But yeah, if you guys have communication with him, then yeah, that's the start.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or I can just speaker it on my phone.
Yeah. Yes.
It just depends on what you wanted for that.
So I was just thinking we could put your phone next to the Samsung mic over there. It would work. However, sure, let's start that. Yeah. So Spud won't be audible to the stream for the time being, but it does make his life significantly easier for walking us through this. Sure. I will let you liaise with him via the Discos. Right, where was I? Okay, I was measuring PCI Express inputs. That doesn't look very confident. Can I have our reading, please? I think I've just charged all the inputs here. Well, it's not shorted. That's what we care about.
Absolutely, I can hear you. You can hopefully hear me and then hear me through the stream again moments later.
And 12 volt is 1, 2, 3,
Excellent.
4. Sticking my head in front of the camera.
I'm going to...
0.7K, 700 ohms. Yeah, sure. It's not shorted. All right. Cool. Right, let's plug that in and see what it does visibly. I'm going to change to this. Right, so Caradog is now on the line with Spud Nugget, so we have a quicker line of communication now. So yes. Whoop. Oh, I'll hand that over to you. I'm not going to a one-man job. Good. Right, so we're just going to confirm this. What we need to check if there's fan spin, but I think we're expecting fan spin, but nothing else. Yeah, Spud Nugget won't be audible to the stream because basically Caradog's just got him on an earbud. There is fan spin, yes. Because the fans on it just went, whoa! Burning, oh, it's the coffee. That's fine. I saw steam rising and just immediately was like, smoke, smoke, but it's fine, it's fine. That's the warning I'd call out if I saw something burning. It makes coffee.
I think it's dead.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, no post. Fan spin, no post.
Basically, the fans are in panic mode. The board hasn't posted. There's no image on the screen.
Ignition. Oh no. Right. We will relay the information that Spud gives to us.
Continue with the stabbing.
Continue with the stabbing. Very well. Okay. So cooler off then. Thanks. Could you pass me the wearer as well? All right, we're going to take the cooler off of this thing then. Whoop. You were hearing a pleasant beach. Yeah. Short on PCI? No, no short on PCI. We've already checked. Let's go bench cam with face.
Where would you like it stabbed? I think it was a continuity check, but do you know what the actual ohm readings were for when you were checking the PCIe fingers?
PCIe fingers. 3.3 was 700 ohms. 12 was 20k, I think. I'll double check it. One sec. Right, we're just going to double check the exact resistance we have on PCI fingers. Ground check. Ground. Ooh, 12 is 2.9k. I was out by an order of magnitude.
Okay, so the 12 is 2.9k.
Just going to check the other one.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Oh, okay, that's fine then, yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3.3 is 700 ohms.
Okay. That is all fine.
Very well then. Cool. I shall carry on disassembling. Right, that's those guys off. Anything else holding us down? Don't believe so.
It doesn't look like the bracket needs to come off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not connected to the bracket. Giving it a wiggle.
The patented Adamant IT wiggle.
There we go. Is that our old friend Arctic Ceramic?
Damn it!
I'm pretty certain you put this on.
I didn't ever take the cooler off, as far as I'm aware.
We've repasted these before, haven't we? Oh, on this particular one.
I thought one of them we took apart and one of them we left completely stock to make that comparison.
Oh, I see.
I don't
know.
Though.
It is. Oh, it was Sai that did it. Sai, how could you do this to us? Oh yeah, it's just the single pad that came off. Right, I'm going to have a very quick look. Oh yeah, because Sai had the cooler off of this, didn't he? Of course he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Right. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to hold this up to my eyeballs and look very closely at it for a sec.
Fuses are generally good news.
I'm just checking if I can see anything. I see some. Oh, I see a. Yeah, I see a solder ball on one of them. Sai, was it this guy? Was it this one here, second up from the bottom, that had the solder ball on it? Because there's a solder ball there. So I'll give you a quick close up. Oh yeah.
Also, just so you don't get messy fingers.
Yeah, I'll just quickly wipe that down. And Sai says yes, it was second up from the bottom. So yeah, we found the solder ball that he was referring to. I'm just going to.
Cool.
That's going to need a bit more cleaning because Arctic Ceramic.
Spud says there are fuses, and to double check, there aren't shorts on the other side of the fuses.
I see. Okay. Right, that's going to need alcohol to clean up properly because this stuff is like PVA glue.
However, you're not going to get it all over your hands.
Yes. Taiwan.
I guess the other thing to just double check is that there isn't an obvious crack through the die or anything like that, or a chip missing.
Yeah, that's fair. Not that I can see.
What's that? Just under the 4? Oh, is it just a smudge?
Yeah, smudge. All right.
So it's like if there's a crater in the core.
Yeah.
It's probably dead.
Let's see. I might microscope for this one just because we need to look real close to see stuff. No, let's carry on stabbing. Let's keep stabbing. Hang on a sec. However, what I will do is if I lower this light and bring it in a little bit, we can get more light under this camera, which will help you guys see. Oh
no!
It's fine. There we go. That
it's dead. It's dead, Jim.
You're dead, Jim. There we go. And the focus. Configure video.
Oh wow, that's a very good imprint on the cooler of the printing on the die.
That looks like it's in focus. All right. Right, so first of all, just before we go any further, the solder ball that I just referred to, yeah, you can just about make it out. It is there. You might have to stare real close at your screens, but there's a little solder ball there. So that makes this guy incredibly suspicious. However, let's start probing before we go any further. So yes, Caradog is on a Discord call with Spudnugget, who's guiding us through this, which is why he's taken off his mic, just so he can natter in the background. There's focus again. All right. Okay. So, right. Okay, what are we measuring? Fuses. So we've got a couple of fuses on this thing. We've got a fuse there that I can see.
The package is marked Q and Y.
Yeah. And anything on the back? I've got a back plate. Might have to take that off in a sec. I'll start with those fuses while I'm waiting for further instructions.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, let's go to a ground point, and we're just going to check both sides of these. So input side, no short. Output side, same. Input down here. Lots of resistance, tens of thousands of ohms. Is that different on each side?
And where's
about
the third
8K one? Down there. That's our third one.
Okay, then where's the... Oh, right, at 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's right.
I hadn't spotted the one to the left of the 6-pin.
Yeah, however, I think this fuse is giving me a different reading on each side. But it's really hard to tell. It might just be settling. No, I think that's settling at the same value. 9-ish. Just see if that falls down to about 9-ish. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's just settling.
It's still killer.
Yeah, that's right. Sure. Yeah. Open line. Or over limit, I think. Ooh. We might have something here. That's 3.6 ohms on one side and over limit on the other. Yeah, that fuse is blown. We have a blown fuse. Okay, this guy here has blown. So what is that?
So check the 5-volt rail, which is this and check water on it, Spud.
5-volt rail, there's a test point there. I'm listening.
Right. Okay. So that the 5-volt appears to be in the kiloohms, 1.9.
2K, yeah.
Just underside the right hand, just underneath, yeah, PEX, which is that one.
Okay.
And this is basically just checking ground off of the inductor again. Or shorts on the inductor again. Yeah. The exact value is all over the place. 336, 331-ish ohms.
330 ohms, yeah.
Yeah, 330 ohms settled now. The core may be alive.
Aha. Okay. Okay. We're gathering information for Spud. Let's get a summary. What is the assessment so far?
A partially shorted 12-volt rail. 5 volts is okay.
I'm going to take off the back plate while we wait for information.
Fair enough. Okay. So, yeah, lifting the inductors. And I guess start with the one that seems to have the solder ball on it.
Which is on the blown fuse.
Yeah, which certainly is on the side of a card that's on the blown fuse. Yeah, we're just taking the back plate off as well. Just in case there's anything interesting there.
Strong. Go. All right. Anything to see here?
Dust.
Yeah. Dust is fine. No, nothing has exploded on that side, which is basically just what I wanted to check. Okay, so the assessment, as my understanding is, so we have checked. So what we've just done, and we kind of had to go through this in silence because we were having a conversation over the airwaves. Is Caradog is kind of standing over me like an FBI agent. He's just like, okay. So
the eagle has landed.
Right. So what we've got, we have got our V-core up. Our voltage rails up here are divided into sections. We've got a fuse up here going into this section. Then we've got 2 fuses here and here. This fuse feeds into this group of power stages, and this fuse feeds into this group of power stages. Now, this fuse has blown, and we have a solder ball on this power stage. So we believe that one of these power stages has gone bang and killed this fuse. We've also just checked our 5-volt rail down here with a test point, and that looks fine. And we've also checked the PCI Express power from this inductor here, and that looked fine. So what we're going to do now is start lifting inductors like we did on the previous card to figure out which power stages have gone bang. We think it's at least going to, this one is incredibly suspicious, but we should treat all of them as suspicious.
Yeah, just so you know, that is PEX, not PCIe.
I see,
power.
Yes.
And PEX is a rail that goes straight into the V-core.
Aha,
straight
okay.
into the core, not V-core.
Okay. What does PEX actually do? Do we know?
Yes.
Setting up.
Right, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Basically, not entirely certain what it is, but the theory is that it powers the PCIe connection, and if it were low, dead core, do not pass go.
Very well. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a stare at the card just to see which ones I need to move. What's your deal? You look like you go somewhere else.
In the packaging of which part, Spud? Yeah, on the suspicious DLMOS.
Oh. Where
the F is. Oh, I think there's a bit of smuts on there.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm going to get the microscope just so we can get the detailed shots, because there's bits of this that I need to see that are not clear, because this is a more dense board than that 3070. So I'm just going to get the microscope over here. So yes, all right.
I think it's a leftover bit of thermal pad, because it seems to have rubbed off. Yeah, I certainly can't feel it with a finger there. Yeah, I was going to say, looking at the shine off of the surface, it very much looks flat. However, if that is what it is and it's able to be fixed, exactly. Yes.
Right, I'll be with you in a moment, folks. We should have gotten Spud onto something audible, but we didn't really plan this in advance, so this is just where we live now. Right, that's that. Caradog has already done the capture, thank you. I think that needs to go into the other side of the... That needs to be on the other side. Yes.
I can capture cards.
There we go. All right.
Welcome.
All right, let's get you guys onto this. So we need capture with Facecam.
You'll need to swap the XL1 back to the XL1.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So there's our solder ball.
Huh. What do you know?
There we go. So there's our solder ball. That's why this guy is super suspicious. That could be nothing. That could be manufacturing, but I don't know. Considering that is on the shorted, considering that's on our suspicious rail, that's very suspicious.
Are you gonna just go over it on a soldering
iron? I'm going to lift the coils first, I think.
Oh,
well,
okay.
let's go back up to the wider shot.
Fair enough.
So the bit that I wanted to know, there's the fuse. So you can see we've got a big power plane coming out from this fuse. And that comes along here, following the top edge.
Oh, and then ducks down.
Down, and it goes into this one. So, yeah, basically the bit that I was curious as is this top one. There's a group of 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This top one of that group does not appear to come off of the same fuse. That's what I was curious about. That goes through to here and goes under. And I don't know where that goes, but it's separated off from the others.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to get the microscope to confirm that, because it means theoretically the bottom 3 are the only ones that are relevant here.
Yeah, Spud says it might be PCIe slot powered.
Yeah.
Looks like I can't remember which card it was, but there's certainly a couple of them where they have very weird VRM setups to try and load balance between the connectors.
Yeah. Oh, these are through-hole inductors.
Ah, was it? It was the 980 Ti.
Okay, right. These are through-hole inductors, so I think we might want to just reflow these bottom pads. I'm going to come off of the microscope now I've done that inspection. Right, stand by, everyone. Você. Right, we're just going to go to a wide angle now. Bench cam with face. I'll make this, and it's a horrible angle, but this is where we live now.
This isn't just Dutch.
Yeah, yes. This is a Dutch cafe. Right. We're going way deeper than I intended to today. We're not set up for this because I didn't plan on doing this much. I'm gonna hope. I really hope my battery is charged so I can battery power the iron. And do I have the? Oh, it might be faster just to get the power adapter.
Which model of microscope do you have?
This is an Andon Star AD401, I think.
The microscope is an Andon Star AD401, maybe.
Yeah, or AD407, I forget which. Okay, right. Ugh, my brain is breaking down. Okay, I can do this. Right, grab that.
There we go.
And power. Soldering iron.
AD407, as confirmed.
And one of them. Plug this in, and there should be. Yes, there is. Good. Ah, thank heavens.
Look at this. It's almost like I'm almost prepared. Fantastic.
Okay, right.
Oh, I was entirely expecting that to be a barrel jack. Because laptop type charger.
But yeah.
And then you plugged it into the Type-C, and I was just like, what?
Yeah. Pine-Sil, baby, takes both.
Very well.
Could you grab me one of the brushes, one of the paint brushes, or a toothbrush? Thank you. I'm just going to brush away this dust before I soldering iron it. There we go.
Brushy, brushy, brushy.
All right, so which ones are we going for? We're going for the bottom 4. Yeah. Right, okay, here goes nothing. I'm just going to reflow these. Right, okay, so apologies for ignoring chat, by the way. We're flying. I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, by a wing and a prayer.
Come on, Pine-Sil, I believe in you. Wow, okay. We might need to preheat this before we can even refloat. Yeah, wow, okay. That was a hard note right there. The board was just like, ha 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 ha. No. Right, so I'm just going to preheat.
Yeah, absolutely. I expected it to be capable of doing it just because it's through hole. And obviously that generally doesn't require that much oomph, but then GPU PCB.
Yeah.
Just dual wield hot air in one hand and soldering iron in the other.
You joke, that's actually Paul Daniels' technique, is hot air and soldering iron at the same time. That's actually the Paul Daniels technique.
Oh, clearly it's valid then.
Yeah, yep. All right. Let's try that again. There we go. I think. It's better, but it's still resisting me. There we go. Okay, now we're making progress.
What are you actually trying to do? Just actually reflow it or take it off?
I just want to reflow first, because if I mix in leaded solder, that will lower the melting temperature of these joins, which will make them drastically easier to work on.
Oh, I see. Oh, right, because the plan is to then take them off.
Yes, yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah. So we're just literally just rolling a blob of solder around these at the moment, just to get them moving. This also puts a lot of heat into the join and the board, which just also helps things. Because, like, again, although they're through hole, these are really thick legs. These are really beefy pins. And on any other day, you'd still have problems with these. And considering we're sitting on a massive power plane, yeah. It's surprising how simple things can be really difficult when you're trying to solder to a literal heatsink. Okay, one more. There we go. All right. Bench cam out for focus. All right, sorry guys. Let me fix that. It's really janky to change the focus on the bench cam at the moment. Where do we need to be? Let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks in focus. That look focused to you guys? That should be better.
Spud says it appears to be in focus.
Good. All right. All right, so now I'm going to attempt to hot air these out of the board. So I might vice the graphics card so I can heat one side and pull the other here. So the vice is in the kitchen. I'm just going to grab it.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
The vice in the kitchen.
Yep.
The place where the vice is stored.
Where do you keep your vice?
The kitchen work surface.
I was using the vice to hold the camera out the back in a recent video.
You weren't using it to hold your thing whilst you air fry something.
Have I told you about my air fryer?
Air fry the vice.
Oh, we should have gotten Spud actually audible on the call. However, we're there. How are we doing? We're at 2 hours 24. Yeah, if we'd planned this in advance, we should have done that because we should have known this was going to end in a call to Spud Nugget. Right, let's see, about there. Yeah, I think that'll do. Right, bear with me, everyone. There we go. So we've not clamped this really tight. That has just put a massive hecking shadow on everything, so apologies for that. I'm going to reverse this actually. Let's do that. Okay. Right. Can't you just run the Discord call into OBS? We'd need to get the Discord call on the laptop to do that. So yeah, it's very easily doable. We just didn't prepare this in advance, basically. Right. Can I grab those with those? I think I can. Yeah, let's try that. All right, here goes nothing.
So you're just going to take off the third one up first?
Second one up was the one with the solder ball on it.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, the second one up.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone remembers what's going on.
Just about, but this is why I look like I'm brain dead at the moment, is I'm trying to remember this stuff while I'm doing it live. All right, what's up, Laurie Sweden? We're trying to fix a graphics card at the moment. And that involves, what we're doing is we're removing some of the inductors going to the GPU to see if we can find a fault. And I'm heating the pins from the back. All right. I'm going to come around and poke those and just see if they're actually moving. Not even close. I'm going to give it the beans.
Beans.
Oh, I've slipped off. There we go. Right. Here we go again. Oops. All right. Radio silence for a moment because I'm just pointing hot air at solder joins and waiting for them to start moving. There you go. There goes one. That's almost ready.
Almost.
What I'm doing is just staring at the solder ball and waiting for the solder to change shape. Oh boy. Oh, we might need actual pliers for this. Come on.
Let me just go to my car kit and...
Yeah, actually think we need pliers. Oh, okay. It is moving. It has moved. Oh.
It's incredible how hard this appears to be.
Yeah.
Given how little difficulty, obviously, have removing these parts from other stuff, like in the videos.
If you, yeah, this is why a lot of YouTubers get very annoyed with armchair repairers. If you've never tried doing this, you have no idea what it's like. And I don't mean that facetiously, I mean that just literally. If you've never tried to solder on a board like this, you are not prepared. Come on. Come on. Oh, it wants
literally
to.
like pulling teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
Just where you're able to apply hot air to the other side.
Could you grab me a pair of pliers, please? I literally need pliers.
Do you want these curvy boys?
Bigger. Yes, that'll do. Thank you. Muerto says bigger nozzle. I agree.
Who are you calling a big nozzle?
It's too late to change now. However, we'll change for the next one. Oh. Have I killed that pad? Oh, no, we're still good. It'd be a miracle if I lifted a pad on a plane this big, to be honest.
I was going to say, the only comparison I have is when we were removing the micro switches on the mouse. And just kind of,
Oh, come on. Come on, I'm begging you. I need you to come out now. Everything is ruined forever.
Pull it from the center? Well, as in grab it top and bottom, effectively, as opposed to left and right.
Come on. Oh, no, it's where I can get the things in. Oh, God, this is horrifying.
Although it looks like it's moving now. Use a soldering iron to push from the other side.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. It's out. It's gone. It's done.
All right. Now I've done one, and I know what I'm up against. We can do a better job on the next ones. So for everyone who was going, oh my God.
Indeed. Let's short check.
All
so
right.
Where would be best to measure for that now? Would it just be the fuse again? Yeah, okay.
Oof. Oof.
I can't help but feel that that might be hot.
Shut. Shut. Yeah, the solder blob is fine. That's not doing anyone any harm. Right, what happened to the multimeter? It's there.
Oh, yes, there.
There we go. Okay. All right. Let's go to here. I'm going to flip the camera in a sec, guys. Don't worry.
You can do that by changing scene.
I can. I sure can.
Ta-da!
Money can be used to buy goods or services. All right. Okay, so. And our survey says...
Check the fuse.
Oh yeah, check the fuse.
Three point something.
That's what it was before, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was before.
Yeah, okay, so we're still shorted then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not that one.
Yeah, all right, so keep pulling inductors.
So yes, I presume. Keep pulling teeth.
Yep, all right. Right, we know what we need now. So we need these. I need a bigger nozzle on the hot air.
Where did the nozzles go?
They're still over here.
Oh, they're right there.
Yeah. Ow. It's fine. How about using the desoldering gun? Would
it have enough power to actually keep the solder?
Yeah, I don't think the desoldering gun has got the grunt for this. Yeah.
Well, you could heat it from one side. You could heat the back of it, then put the desoldering gun on whilst heating the other side.
Yeah, however, also, I don't think the desoldering gun will be able to pull the solder all the way out. It might get rid of some of the solder, but it doesn't actually solve our problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you going to go for the bottom one now?
Yeah, may as well. What I'll probably do is, we'll keep going one by one. Yeah. Okay, that's there. All right.
So if one were to take this and then measure from one side to the other, there should be continuity.
Correct.
Yes?
Yes.
This should have continuity all of the time anyway.
Yes, it is a wire.
Because this is not the that's not the switch bit. The switch bit is the chip.
That's right. Yeah. The reason why we take the inductors off is...
We're taking these off because they're easier, despite how hard they are.
Correct.
They're still easier than...
Yeah.
I presume they're a BG... No, they're not BGA, are they?
These are power stages, yeah. These are called QFN, Quad Flat Pack.
Yeah. And I imagine removing that would be approximately a pain.
Yeah. So these are easier to remove than these BGA packages. Well, I mean, for the amount of hassle these are causing me, arguable, but... Now I've actually got a system in place. We're going in with a bigger nozzle, and we've got the pliers. It should get easier now. So yeah, bottom DRMOS is a common replacement. Interesting. All right, especially on a 980 Ti. Oh, okay. Muerto is going for bottom, and Muerto is a chap whose opinion I very much take seriously.
Oh, interesting. On the standard 980 as well, because this is a 980, not a 980 Ti.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. It being a 980 is part of the reason why I kind of had to upgrade it, because I was running out of VMem.
Does the Ti have more RAM then?
Yeah, it's got 6, and this has got 4.
Oh, wow. It's a 4 gig card, yeah.
Or this is 6 and that's got 8. I can't remember what it is, but it's 2 different. And like it would have just meant that it would have lasted another year or so.
Yeah.
With AAA games before it was complaining.
Okay, we're almost there. Almost back up to temperature. All right, that's ready to go. There we go.
I didn't expect that to still be hot because of how small it was.
Part of me, when you reached for the first one and it wasn't hot, I nearly said, don't pick up the second one. But the other part of me was just like, no, let him, after he laughed at you for picking up hot things.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to still be hot just because of how small they are. I expected them to dump heat, to not hold on to it at all.
Yeah, the heat's got nowhere to go. That's the answer to that.
But just because it was so small, I expected to have no actual mass to hold it effectively.
All right.
Was that the one?
Are you not entertained? Okay, right.
I'm something.
We're both flying by the seat of our pants here, aren't we? Okay, let's see. I'm not going to arrange the cameras again. I'm just going to tell you what we get, and if it comes up, I'll be like, "Oh, look at that!" So, all right.
What do you know?
Ow! I just stabbed myself with the stabbers. No matter how I coil these up, they manage to wrap themselves around each other. Okay, right. And our survey says...
No. Maybe.
Killer ohms.
Yay, killer ohms.
Muerto wins an internet cookie.
Excellent.
For guessing correctly that it was the bottom one.
And in that cookie, there will be tracking links.
Yes. Right, so... Oh, that didn't help.
Do you want me to just...
Caradog. Oh, look at that. It's 4 kilo ohms, mate. There we go. All right.
So is this card in a state where it could be plugged in?
I mean, we could put that coil in, and then it's only down one phase instead of 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
What else? Hold on. Oh yeah, fuse and driver.
Right, okay, so you can't just remove that and then go, oh look, the fault has gone.
We're just consorting.
Right, okay, so both of the Armoses for which we've removed the inductors, presumably.
I'm going to try and clean up these holes while we converse.
Yeah, oh, I see, okay. Fair enough. Basically, the answer to whether we can power this on is we'd need to remove that.
The driver, yeah.
And both of those.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, I mean, the second one, we suspect we've no reason to believe there's anything wrong with that.
This is a doubled VRM.
I see.
So to the driver, they're obviously a single phase. That's the word.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, as Spud was saying, why both of them
very
have to
well
then come off.
Okay. Well, so basically, the suggestion then is if we move those two DR MOSFETs and the driver, and then the fuse needs to be changed because we've got a dead fuse, or we could just saw in this and bridge the fuse, and then theoretically we could power it up. I take it Spud
did you not hear enjoy that?
No, but I was expecting a reaction. How did Spud react to my suggestion of sawing in the fuse?
Do not.
Well, in that case, we need a new fuse. Although, well, no, we can just we just run with nothing down the bottom, then, don't we? Because the fuse is still blown, so it's a question of can we.
But it doesn't.
Yeah.
So... Would that fuse being blown and not reconnected still mean that it doesn't run?
Oh,
I would assume not, because the short is now gone.
Yeah, also, if we've removed that driver, we've just disabled all of those anyway. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that matter, though? Because there are the other ones.
All right. Driver's coming off. Calibrated fuse. Oh, no.
Would that be an issue even if it was a case of... Because I'm just looking to see if basically we get an image on posting. Yeah, oh, absolutely. No, I was in no way planning on, spinning up Furmark or something. It was purely a case of, is there an image? Yes, we have one, this is fixed. Now we get components. Oh, sorry, this not this is fixed. This is no longer dead. Now we get components to fix it. Yes. Yes, exactly. That was how I was approaching that. Sorry. Yes. Because obviously, just a case of, from my lack of knowledge, it's a case of, whilst we have removed for short, we haven't proved that there is a resolution. So a case of, obviously, we need to just double check that there is an image. If there is an image, we don't need to do other testing, kind of thing. And now we can replace those parts. Yes.
It's like having someone on tech support next to you, and you can't say anything. You can just sit there and be like, yeah.
Precisely that.
So I've taken the driver off. Now we're removing the DR MOSFETs. Are these DR MOSFETs or are these power stages? I thought DR MOSFETs had the driver built in.
I thought those were doublers. Oh, where are the doublers then?
Oh wait, oh no, this is a doubler, and it's DR MOSFETs that have built-in drivers. That's what's going on here.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
You ready? Yeah, there we go. There's one.
Where is the PWM controller?
Probably on the back.
Okay. Right. Oh, I see. And if we were to look at that model number, it will probably be a 4-phase with those then doublers taking it up to 8 power stages. Cool.
It's clean.
Excellent. So removing those 3 parts is enough for us to go, yes, there is an image, the card will post. Excellent. Spud has committed.
Right, so if this blows up, it's Spud Nugget's fault. You are now liable, Spud.
What's
Congratulations.
This? Spud is going to have us committed.
The pact is sealed. This is a verbal agreement now. That's legally binding. Thank you for accepting the EULA. And also thank you for accepting our privacy policy and committing all of your private data to us, which we will now use to train a artificial art generation AI.
And art generation and GPU repair AI.
Oh, I melted that connector proper. She'll be right.
Oh, just the fan connector.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the 8-pin power. I was like, how? It's nowhere near.
However, the fan connector is cactus. There we go. So you might have noticed I've not put more thermal paste on. This is going to be a terrible mount, but we're not going to load this thing down because it's missing half of its power phases. We're literally just looking to get a picture out of this. And if it gives a picture, we know that the core works.
I'd rather not.
Either that or Spud is now going, well, if we're committing to this, then let's spin up Furmark.
No. Do you not need the
I do.
The leaf spring?
Do these not have leaf springs on them?
Fuck.
I don't think they did, actually, because...
Those ones do.
Yeah, those ones are around the back. However, these ones don't need them by definition that the back bit is the spring.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right, there we go. Apologies to chat, by the way. I've not been reading it very well. I'm just going to get some screws lined up and then I'll start catching up on chat while I put these in.
There we go.
All right. Okay, let me just adjust things. Let's go for a wide shot. I'm going to do that. Okay, there we go. That's kind of cool. Right, let's see. DR MOSFETs are not MOSFETs. They contain the high side, low side, but they're fully integrated regulators. Yeah, that was my knowledge. So yeah, Oh, I think I'm catching up on the back. However, I was very confused that we had an external chip, but the chip was the phase doubler chip that was doubling the DR MOSFET stages, or ICs.
Yes.
Okay. 980 needs all the phases it can get. Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly very much under load. For simply a case of, oh good, the card now posts. We should be okay.
Yes. All right. And JD, to answer that, I seem drunk even though I've not drunk anything. This is because I'm flying by the seat of my pants at the moment. This is what someone looks like when they barely know what they're doing. So yeah, I am under a very high workload right now, which is why I'm going. So yes, this is what a high workload looks like. All
As
right.
opposed to a high workload.
Yeah. Okay. Fixed. Post it.
There you go. What, just in case there's flames?
Absolutely. How much apple juice? None.
Why would you be losing confidence? This was repaired by the greatest GPU repair people in the room.
Psy offers 30p. It's your card!
So, plugging just in the power, there was no smoke. It's a good start. Ignition.
Oh. Also, don't say ignition, man. We've been through this.
I think the answer's no.
Oh, the motherboard is advancing. The fans should cut down by now, though, shouldn't they?
Yeah. I'd expected the fans to have dropped now, and also the post lights are still on VGA and not cycling. I think it's a no.
Yeah.
Indeed, at least it's not on fire. So, what's the next step?
I think we need to rebuild vCore.
Yeah, okay. So the next step is to replace the parts.
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay. So in the interest of science, Muerto said he had some bits. Probably have 6823 ICs. What are these?
So that camera is there. I couldn't work out where the camera was.
Fair enough, yeah. What?
So my question was, is that then the drivers? Controller doodad.
Those are the PWM chips, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's go to... Right.
Zoom, enhance, focus.
That doesn't tell us much. What about that one? There we go, that's our guy.
And
so I'm going to turn
is
it
that
over.
NCP?
And turn it over so it's not upside down.
Yeah, 81174.
There we go. So that's our PWM controller.
Oh yeah, on semi.
And then our DR MOSFETs. Those chaps.
And F is Faraday?
6823C, which is what Muerto said.
Are you sure? Oh yes, 6823C. Yeah.
Yep. And that's what Muerto said they would be.
Yeah.
Yep. Excellent.
Cool. Okay. Oh yes, they're them.
I see.
See ya.
Yeah.
Cool.
Groovy. All right. So the next step. So we couldn't get anything out of it. However, that's probably because large chunks of the board are now missing. But as far as we're concerned now, our next step is to rebuild is to replace the devices we've removed and then try again. So yeah, are we going to try that? Are we going to do it for science?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So are these can obviously just go straight back.
Yeah,
on
the
board
inductors should be completely fine. Yeah,
the inductors won't have done any.
Yeah,
won't have had any.
That's
issue,
right.
I presume.
And I believe, even if there's any heat damage, I think with inductors you get a very broad range of tolerance. Like even if the characteristics of these have drifted due to heat, they'll still do their job. Is my understanding. You need to be like catastrophically out for them to be a problem.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we can stick the inductors back on. We just need a pair of replacement DR MOSFETs, and we're in business. So yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to revisit this for science then, because I've been wanting to learn some graphics card repair, and this is one that I actually feel like we got half a chance of succeeding with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, let's do it. All right, so obviously we're at a dead end now because we need parts to continue, but we're going to get some parts and we're going to continue and we'll see what comes of it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, all right. However, that's it for this card now. Right, and a fuse, yes, and a fuse as well. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to do while we're here, or are we basically...
With the graphics cards and stuff, no.
Yeah, I think we're done, aren't we?
Unboxing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I nearly forgot.
The unboxing.
The unboxing.
The unboxing of the Newegg box.
Yep. Let's do I'm glad I nearly forgot. Let's heckin' do that. It's time for something relaxing. We're going to clear the bench, and we have an unboxing to do, everyone. This is an unboxing channel now. By the way, just in case I forget, thank you very much, Spud Nugget, for your help today.
Thank you for being present and assisting.
Right, I'm going to clear stuff out of the way.
Absolutely. Ta-ra!
Whoop. Right.
There you go. Right.
Get this out of the way.
Absolutely. And...
Whoop. Dump everything on the other bench.
Absolutely.
That's Tuesday Graham's problem.
Are we going to put the screws back into the 980 for the time being?
I think so, yes, because it's going to be a week or two before we look at this again, I think.
No, that's fine.
So we may as well put the screws back in just so we don't just lose them.
Yeah,
if they're in the card, I don't have to store them anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just stick that to one side then, and I'll stick them on there.
Yeah, I'll zap these boys back in. All right, Brutal Pizza, hello there. Thank you for the £2. Have I ever tinkered with trying to fix amps? I've not. I'm kind of interested in looking at some. Oh, heck. Oh, I need to put the back plate on first. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm just going to get a little baggie and put everything in it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I do have a vague interest in looking at some amps, just because also I've got my own amp in the shop needs fixing. It's got a dicky second channel on it that comes and goes as it pleases. And I kind of want to see if I can do anything about that. But as with everything, it's another thing to research.
That's got a dodgy second channel.
The Denon, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. However, I purchased the Denon as a. I think it was purchased as a. You know, it. I can't remember. I can't remember how it was described, but it was sold as a. Oh, that's right. It was sold as untested, which is code for it has problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, none of the dials on the front work. So like the balance controls and all that, none of those work.
Right.
The volume works, but yeah. And the right-hand channel just comes and goes, and to get it working, you have to flick the input selector switch back and forth a few times, and then it comes good.
Odd.
So yeah. No, I haven't done any look. I haven't even glanced at it, but because, as I say, I can make it work, so it's fine. But blah, 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 blah. So yes, and yeah, untested equals broken. But I knew that when I bought it. Basically, I think I bought it for like £40 or something like that. So it was it was worth a punt.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice amp, and I got it for basically nothing. Contact spray for that amp. It could be that simple. However, yeah, I haven't had so much as a glance at it. Is the monitor behaving in unexpected ways? Okay.
That was weird. The monitor didn't wake up when the HDMI was in, but I pulled out the HDMI, put the DisplayPort in, it woke up, it connected, pulled the DisplayPort out, put the HDMI back in, and then it worked over HDMI.
Weird. Something Intel drivers.
I have no idea, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was just odd.
Very well. Okay, right, let's see.
Also, apparently, I got signed out of Steam between reboots.
Okay, right, I'm going to get this light. Is that the eBay El Cheapo monitor? It is. Don't buy it.
I don't think it's...
Well, how are you feeling about it?
My feeling is that for the type of computer you would be pairing a £99 monitor with, it's not terrible. You just have to go into understanding that it is a £99 monitor. And kind of a case that with that, you're going to have issues with colours, interest with brightness, kind of thing.
My problem with that statement is that a £110 or £120 monitor will... it won't give you the best colours by any stretch of the imagination, but it'll be fine out of the box. That much being said, after tinkering with it, that looks fine.
Yeah.
And I guess what are the viewing angles on it like? Viewing angles are fucking awful. If it didn't claim to be IPS, I wouldn't say it's IPS. That's probably the glossy coating, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a case of, I think, well, my only comparison with this is kind of everyone else's monitors I've used ever, and they seem to be exactly the same as this.
Yeah. Well, that much being said, again, the Philips is a £120 IPS monitor, and that's passable. And the Samsung over there, even with its terrible firmware, gives a much nicer picture. That was £140, but that was also, I think that was very expensive for its specification.
Yeah, I think the thing is basically need to actually test it and see whether the 144 hertz, 165 hertz-ness of it is true and accurate.
Right. Anyway, this box is a gift from a viewer, and I won't say his name actually, just because I forgot to check in with him in advance whether he wants to be named or not. Normally when people send stuff in, I make a point of saying, do you want a shout out, or would you rather remain?
Would you rather remain anonymous?
That. And I forgot to check. So this was sent in by a viewer. If he is present in the chat, then do speak up if you so desire and say hello. And I have also forgotten to cover up details, so I need to... hang on a sec, I'm just going to get some masking tape.
You'll be okay on that camera as well.
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm going to get masking tape anyway.
Yeah.
Because it costs nothing just to stick some masking tape over it.
Hold on. I have a solution to this.
That'll also work.
Solved.
Go. That should obfuscate things sufficiently that no one will be able to see it at a long range. There we go. If people can read through that at this range, then that camera is bloody spectacular. So yes. All right. Packing peanuts! This unboxing is cancelled. This is... Right. Okay, right. Anyway, so this was sent in by a well-wisher. These are sweets and treats. So I had an email from a well-wisher saying, thanks for the channel and thanks for the show. I want to send you a box of American goodies. So this is going to be some American goodies. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something to, we're going to decant the peanuts.
Yes. I was actually looking for the monitor box because I was like, oh, that'll be big enough. But I can't see where I chucked it. Oh, actually.
Bring something. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, they say you're gonna win big.
There we go.
That's a reference to the music video for that song, by the way.
Burn them all.
I'm not sure if this was a deliberate troll or whether it's just genuine use of packing peanuts.
International shipping requires excessive peanuts.
I'm still spilling half of them. Okay. Inside the box is a smaller box. It's got a note on the top. It says, thanks for all you do. Cheers. All right, hang on a sec. All right, we're going to de-peanut the floor. Okay, right. I'm going to put this down and lift the box. Ooh. Oh, they're everywhere.
Oh, boy.
It's like when there's a water leak and you just try and scoop up the water in your hands and it's hopeless.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, boy.
There's a hierarchy of packing materials. Like at the bottom, you've got packing peanuts, then you've got bubble wrap, and then you've got like those air pockets, and then you've got like, you know, the
shredded cardboard.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I intended to do this at the start of the stream, so apologies for making everyone wait all the way to the end. Because we were supposed to be like eating these while we did stuff, but I completely forgot. All right. Here we go.
Oh my.
Time for bench cam. Bench cam inverted with face.
I'll invert your face.
All right, calm down. We're going to get there. All right, so what do we got? We've got Max chicharrones.
I don't know.
Red hot flavored pork crackling. Super spicy. How are you with spicy stuff? All right.
I'm all right, but...
We'll come back to this. And we've also got barbecue. We've got ordinary barbecue stuff as well.
Fabulous.
I'll start with the barbecue ones.
And then get drunk and move on to the
Yeah.
spicy.
We might try some of these now, like, and have a quick nibble, and then like next week we should do a more of a chill stream and just like, we'll try the red hot ones and stuff like that when we've actually got some cider and stuff on the go. We've got Butterfinger unwrapped minis, actual size.
Woohoo!
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery. There we go.
As opposed to peanut butter tea.
Chocolate and peanut butter, basically.
Excellent.
That looks cool. All right, a sec. All right, rustle. Pork rinds are great. I like the way that they're like big ones, because like in the UK, if you buy a packet of pork scratchings, you get tiny little crunchy bits, most of which are bad. Milky Way? That's not what Milky Way looks like.
But it's also Milky Way brand.
Yeah. What does that mean? Look, UK people, we are confused. America, please explain. So, in the UK, Milky Way would be
Mars. It's still Mars.
Yeah, it is Mars, yeah.
It's Mars.
See, I've looked at that and I've completely forgotten what I'm expecting a Milky Way to look like now. Oh yeah, no, it would be
It's a Mars bar.
It is. That's why I'm really confused. That's literally what a Mars bar looks like, isn't it?
Huh. The confusion.
Oh no. Oh, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. All right. We've got American M&Ms, sharing size. These are just classic M&Ms. There we go. M&Ms.
Oh, classic M&M.
Yeah. Mars real chocolate. Cool. All right. M&Ms. Kit Kat Thins. Hell yeah.
Oh wow.
Those look cool. I like that.
A family pack.
Yeah, Kit Kat, but when you don't want an entire Kit Kat. Crisp wafers and milk chocolate. That looks like just basically Kit Kat, but minis. We've got sour Skittles. Hell yeah. Cool. That looks like just Skittles, but sour.
Excellent.
Mars is no nuts. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, Mars doesn't have nuts in the UK.
No.
And this doesn't have nuts either.
No.
This is nutless.
Yeah, not to be confused with a Snickers.
Yes. Or a marathon bar if you're that old.
Ah, Hershey's Kisses. I told you there'd be Hershey's in there.
Of course.
Yep. Hershey's Kisses. So we're expecting to mock this incessantly.
Well,
sugar cookies. Oh, sugar cookie small blossoms. Those actually look very nice. Look at that. Okay. Product image enlarged to show detail. So they're not that big. Fair enough. Hell yeah. Proper American Reese's mini. Do we know if the Reese's cups are any different in the UK?
I don't know.
Because this is the problem, is that, I think...
Just because I've never seen UK cups, I've only ever seen US import ones.
Oh, yeah. No, I think you can get standard UK ones in, like, Tesco and places like this. They look slightly different to that, though.
In Tesco, they've always had a label over the back because they're US import ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think they're the same. Very well. Okay. Right. And then we've got Sour Patch Kids. Do you recognise those?
Oh my god.
I don't know Sour Patch Kids.
I've never had them, but they are very much a thing that is pop culture-y.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids.
Ha! Very well. Make your custom mix.
I see.
Choose up to 8 different flavours only at sourpatchkids.com.
Oh, cool. Okay. So you can get a pack that's only got the bits that you like in it. And then finally, we've got some proper American Oreos here. These are double packed. They're double stuff. Hang on, I've buried the knife. Why can't I hold all this chocolate? Limiters. There we go.
You.
There we go. And... Oh god, the noises. I'm sorry, everyone. All right. And proper original American Oreos.
Oh, they come in a tray.
Yeah, no, they don't come... Yeah, that's not mind-blowing. I mean, they don't come in a tray in the UK, but other biscuits do.
Yeah, but it was just a case of, they come in a tray.
Yeah, so that's not world-changing. But again, it'll be interesting. I'm just going to be really interested to see how, like, some of these we have in the UK, so I just want to know how the taste is going to be different. Because, yeah, there we go then. Right.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. These are all good things. I'm excited to try all of these. Like, not all of them are my cup of tea. I'm not super into hot and spicy, but hell yeah, I'm going to try one. And there will be tears. Yeah, the Sour Patch Kids. No idea what to expect with there. the sour Skittles.
Other than sour, I'd assume.
Yeah, the sour stuff. I'm not into sour sweets, but again, I'm curious. I'll try them just to be like, that's very sour.
My taste buds.
Yeah. However, the rest of this stuff, there's a lot of very tasty things here. So yeah. Should we try some of them now? I kind of want to try some of the pork scratchings.
Oh no. Packet opening failure.
Ugh, ruined it. The US version will use ingredients that are banned in the UK, such as high fructose corn syrup. Yeah. That's probably the biggest difference in a lot of this stuff. Thoughts?
My thought is they're definitely not pork scratchings.
No. Fried out pork fat with attached skin. I mean...
Which is basically a pork scratching, but it's definitely not a pork scratching.
It's not the pork scratching as we know it, but it must just simply be cooked differently.
It's a much lighter version.
Yeah. Although it depends on what you get. Like, that's got a lot of skin on it now. It's a lot better than the UK ones, in my opinion. Well, I think it's more consistent. UK ones are wildly inconsistent. You'll get a nice one, but then there'll be 5 of them that are just rock hard and you can't do anything with them. Crunchy, crunchy ASMR. Yeah, sorry about the crunching, people. That's kind of just what's going to happen here. I'm going to, hang on a sec, I will de-mic while I crunch.
Oh, your light is flashing.
Oh, I kind of held it against my chest. Still, I like those. I could sit and eat a bag of those. I can't lick my fingers because I've got thermal paste on them.
See, they are in the category of I could eat a bag of them. As in, challenge accepted, but like, I would not choose to eat a bag
Not your
of them.
thing. Okay, yeah. No, I'd take those home and sit and eat them.
Yeah.
Easy.
But yes, solidly in the category of...
Try the hot ones. You know what? Yeah. We're going to try the hot ones. I don't have a drink to hand, so this might result in one or both of us quick marching to the kitchen.
Oh no!
Caradog's committed. I'm going to wait for Caradog's reaction first. All right. How are you feeling?
Misinformed.
Caradog's like, that's not hot and spicy.
They're slow burn. It's a very different type of chili.
Actually, yeah.
Oh,
it does. It does slowly. It is a bit of a slow burn. It's not hot though. No.
Yeah.
Spicy, yes.
It is. It is not flaming Cheeto.
Yeah, no. Like, this has got like red hot and flames on the top of it. Like, sort of, oh, this is not for the faint of heart kind of thing. It's spicy, but no, it's that's not.
No, that is. However, I definitely prefer these.
Interesting, yeah. They've definitely got more zing to them. I like the barbecue ones. However, I think these ones actually have got more. They're more interesting. So you guys, you got food here. No problem, Lead Farmer. Thanks for coming along and thanks for the help. So yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Pork rind is also cooked twice, but at a higher temperature, resulting in a lighter, fluffier snack that's full of flavour. Pork crunch is the British term for the same snack.
Oh, interesting.
Fair enough. Good. All right. Flames come out tomorrow. Well, like, again, I can feel that on the back of my throat, but I'm not a spice person. Like, spicy things, I'll be like, spice.
Oh no, there's black pepper. How hot?
Yeah.
I am too white for this.
Yeah, salt and black pepper, that's pretty hectic, yeah. But,
Herb and lime. It's a bit much from Nando's.
However, those are very pleasant, though. That's good. I actually had a suspicion that we'd try one or two of those and be like, oh, that's very funny, but no. But that's actually quite agreeable. Again, I could sit and eat those. So, yes. I want to try the other things, but I think we should save them for another time.
Yes.
However, yeah, we'll close these up and we'll save them for next time. Very good. Just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. No one wants to be defeated. Showing how funky and strong is your fight. Doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just eat it.
Yes.
I don't know the lyrics, so I was having to read and sing at the same time.
Weird Al Yankovic song.
I hear he released a movie recently that's quite good.
And yes, I was going to say, Teltac said that it was entirely enjoyable.
Good. Speaking of enjoyable things, I've enjoyed this conversation in English.
I too have enjoyed this conversation in English.
There's something wrong. This is the point where Caradog's just like, it was too hot. It's not, you know, we just cut the camera and immediately it's like, you know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you next week with something else and more of these delicious sweets. Thank you again for sending them in. I did actually want to go through these this week, but we kind of got stuck in with the graphics cards there. However, I'm actually really happy with really happy with what we did with the graphics cards there. Like,
because you got a conclusion
yeah,
on the 3070, and we have
a
very solid line of investigation for the 980.
We have a diagnosis with the 980, yeah. And like, even though neither of them are working at this point, that's a lot further into a GPU repair than I've ever been. Instead of just sort of, you know, like the only other success we had was that other one, which was just had a mining BIOS on it. And, you know, yes, we did reflash it, but we, you know, that was easy.
I wouldn't be rubbing my face with my hands at this point.
I'm using the palms, not the tips of my fingers.
Oh, the thermal paste. Oh, the chili. Anyway. Also, I think that's the reason why it tastes different, because it's not chili, it's cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper. Ah, yeah. Interesting.
So it's a different type of hot because it's a pepper, not chili.
Very well. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be back next week with sweets and something else.
Absolutely. It might be taking apart my PC.
Ah, very well. Is that the water-cooled one?
Yes.
Yeah, because your water-cooled one is running way too hot for a system with the water-cooling
system in it. It certainly seems to be, yeah. So I want to just replace it with one of these.
Oh, yeah.
And then actually test it on somewhat controlled setup.
That makes sense, yeah. Fair enough. Cool, we're going to be back and we're going to be tearing apart one of Caradog's rigs then, and we're going to be finding out why it's running hot when it shouldn't be. And then the 980, it will make a return. We'll make some inquiries for the bits, and we'll see if we can get that thing running in the interest of science and learning, because that'd be cool to get a victory on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, that would be a case of, cool, we fixed vCore. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Good. All right, thank you very much. See you guys next week. That's all. Bye for now, everyone.
It's everything. Toodaloo.
Bye. Goodbye. Now it'll be a good time to insert ads.
No, Google. Stop.